the best team in the AFC. And we have completely fallen apart. It's mind-boggling. They battled through injuries. The injuries, in hindsight, were not a big enough an excuse to do the total tank job that we saw in 2023 when just one more win would have got us into the postseason and continued with some momentum. But to now turn around, we're going backwards. We look like a team that's coming off 3-14 trying to find a way to win. Not a team that's had success in the last year and a half trying to grow it. What is that call? There's 1:40 to go in the game. That's a play that looks like there's 13 seconds to go and you've only got time for 3 end zone shots. And even then, it's absurd. It is a third-string running back. What in the world? Is this your first game? Look, there's plenty to pick apart. It was terrible. It was just terrible all the way around, man. Here's Trevor on that last play. E.T., give me Trevor Lawrence cut 2 on the not-so-grand finale of what would have been a season-saving for now comeback.
They're doing a nice job of mixing it up on defense, but, kind of started to get some more man towards the end there. We hit some big plays, just the one we hit a tram, took advantage of that and got down there. And then, it was a playoff of what we did earlier. We did some stuff with the running back and some option routes, and we tried to go over the top. And just got to give credit to the linebacker. Did a great job. And Jacoby did a great job making that play. And it's just tough when it finishes that way. When I threw it, I thought we'd have a shot and left it a touch inside, and he got his eyes back. A lot of times those linebackers don't get their eyes back and play the ball, and I thought we'd be able to go up and get it, and he did a great job, made a great play.
It's a dumb play call. It just is. I'm sorry. Doug Peterson's a smart guy. He's won a Super Bowl. It's a dumb call. I just don't know how. The 1:42 to go, ball at the 13, all the momentum. By the way, last week we scored late, and we dared complain that we left too much time on the clock. Remember that narrative? Right? Remember that one? Like somehow we should have stalled at the end of the Packers game, and, even if it meant going 3rd and 5 from the 7, we scored too fast. So best case scenario, they hit that play, let's say, and score with 1:38 to go. Have to go for 2 to make it a 3-point game. Most likely they'd miss. It'd be down 1. And what would have happened? What would have happened if they'd have scored on that play? Huh? What would have happened? I'll tell you what would have happened. They'd have scored a touchdown. They'd have missed the 2. The Eagles had got the ball. They would have drove down the field. And this time Elliott would have hit his 55-yarder, and the Jags would have lost by 2. But if you are insistent on scoring right there, for the life of me, don't understand how that's the option you come up with. You're going to take an end zone shot. It's going to be your 3rd-string running back running a wheel route? Holy hockey sticks, man. This is football 101. I just don't understand, Doug, why darn near it almost looked like why this panicked look of end zone shots with 1:40 to go and plenty of time to finish off this victory. E.T. Doug Peterson cut 1.
Yeah, no, we with the time left, we had talked about it on the sideline to kind of slow the pace there at the end, and it's just something you got to try to do, right? You can try to, you stay in bounds, or if it's incomplete, you play another down, whatever it is. But still, the bottom line is, we still needed to score, and felt good too with the way our defense had played. They would give us a shot.
Just a terror. I really was expecting Doug Peterson to tell me there was some sort of mistake. I should have never run that play. That wasn't the play. Oh, there was a miscommunication. It was supposed to be XYZ. I don't know. Yeah, that was the play. That was it. That's what we decided. Coach, you've driven it all the way downfield inside of the 13. So the play was to run the 3rd-string running back out of the backfield and match him up against, well, quite frankly, a superior athlete in Kobe Dean. Throw the whole game into a one-on-one matchup with a running back. Oh, by the way, not a swing pass either. We're going to ask a running back to make a Justin Jefferson play. That was the call. Nice job, by the way, staff, and getting the slow start thing figured out. I thought that was pretty impressive. That's another just coaching superlative from the weekend. We had 32 first half yards. Huh? We complained about 24 first quarter yards last week. How's 32 for a half grab you? I mean, that's a dangerous game when you tell the world what you need to improve, and then you go out and show the world that you're incapable. So we are very rapidly. When you lose a 3-point game at Miami, when you lose a 3-point game at Houston, when you lose a 3-point game at home to Green Bay, when you are in position to win a game at Philly, those are 4 good teams that you're right there at the game to win the game, and you're not winning them. Your coaching is failing you. It's not finding any answers. And we can blame Trent Baalke and this, that, and the other, and I know where we're at now. Let's blame everyone. Blame Trevor, blame Trent, blame Peterson, blame Press Taylor, blame Ryan Nielsen. Blame them all. I get it. But if you're good enough to be in the dadgum game with the contenders of the league, and then you're good enough to win the games, and the coaches are failing them. They're not making any kind of game-winning decision, adjustment. I don't know what to tell you. It's unbelievably frustrating. And now we'll just watch for pure entertainment's sake. Try and win. I don't want to lose all the games and pick high. I don't want to do that. I have a feeling we need the pressure off picking like 15th to even have a chance. But just damn near infuriating the way the football team plays and they got so lucky to get back in it. We got by far the most egregious call in our favor in the history of the franchise. Right? We all saw. I can't believe I cannot believe they looked at that in video and didn't reverse that fumble by Saquon Barkley. You literally can see Ventrell Miller's fingers bend back as he barely swiped his foot before he went down. It just completely let us back in the game. I mean, we're just slumbering along doing nothing. We finally got a touchdown. It was 22-8. 2 plays later, Saquon busts up the middle. We didn't stop him all day. The turf monster is what the refs said got him, but actually Ventrell Miller got just enough of him. He should have been down by contact, but he fell on the ground and the ball squirted out. Trayvon Walker said, "Okay, I'll play." The big fella picked it up, made a rumbling move in a big game for Trayvon yesterday. Josh Allen had a couple of sacks. Going to hear from him in a sec. But, I mean, we're lucky to be in the game. They handed you the opportunity to be in the game. And the defense, boy, they'll make a play until you need them to. Because, right, we got it back to within 22-16. What does the defense do the next possession? Let's them go right down the field. What about the defense on 3rd and long yesterday, gang? Shout out to that one. 3rd and 17, the Eagles are running a draw, conceding a field goal before the end of the half. You let Barkley go all the way. 3rd and 7, let's stop him and get a field goal. You let Hurts run in from 18 yards out. And then the kicker of all, trying to stay in the game. After you had made it 22-16, you force a 3rd and long, a 30 or whatever it is, and you let him hit a touchdown to Devontae Smith. Oh, man. 3rd and 17, they're basically all but kneeling on the ball. You let them score a touchdown. 3rd and 23, just knock it down, hold them to a field goal. You let them score a touchdown. The only thing we did was the impossible. We stopped the tush push. The most famous unstoppable play in sports. We scared them out of using it, by the way. Oh, and one more shout out. There's so many nuances to this game. It's a shame we lost. We could have a lot of fun with this one. That Nick Sirianni's a few marbles short of a whole checkers game, or what I'm speaking of. He's a few checkers short of a board, man. That dude is like almost seems like he is on a suicide mission. And these coaches and the points that they take off willy-nilly. Look, the first one they put it at the 1, nobody stops the push, I get it. But we stopped that tush push twice. They went for 2, and we stopped them. We stopped them on 4th down. I mean, but when the defense had to get a stop, when they got it to 22-16, boom, they let it take it right back up to a 2-score game. But even then, with a chance to win, that play call at the end, man, I for the life of me, that's like a doom sealer for me. I mean, I cannot trust my coach anymore. I don't trust Doug Peterson anymore. He's let this thing go off the rails. The Jaguars last year were 8-3. right? Lost our last 5. Is that how it went? No, we won one of the last. We lost what? 5 of 6 down the stretch last year? Is that how it worked? We lost 5 of 6 down the stretch last year. And then now we're what? So that's 1 in 5. And now this year we're 2 and what? Now 7. So we're 3 and 12. We're 3 and 12 in our last 15 games, with Doug Peterson leading the way. It's an unbelievable turnaround to not have a bigger reason behind it. Like, what is the reason behind it? There's not a personnel reason. Their injuries contributed, but now in the big picture of seeing what's happening this year, yeah, we should have won some of those games last year. They are being poorly guided. Week after week after week. And now you're left with a football team that's bruised and battered, and just, I'm sure they'll keep the mathematical hopes still as their, carrot at the end of the year. But now it's Minnesota and Detroit the next 2 weeks. Josh Hines, Allen, E.T., cut number 2 on, at the end of the day, despite all these close losses, you can't let it define you. It can't be in your mind the next time you have the same situation.
I mean, you gotta find a balance. You gotta find a balance. It's a loss, but it's also a lesson too. So, and there's a lot of great things that you have to respect out of it. Like I said, it was a great game from both sides of the ball. Both sides made, great plays. So at the end of the day, man, you gotta respect the plays that was made on the field. I don't know what to say after that, to be honest with you.
So there you have it, a locker room searching for answers, and a coach who will not take them over the top, a coach who will not give them the spark, whether it's verbally or, more importantly, by play call, man. Tell me one play call where you go, wow, good play call this year. Huh? I mean, am I being too hard? We're 9 games in. Give me a handful of, oh, wow, plays all season. Oh, maddening. All right, another big game this weekend played here on the First Coast, Florida, Georgia. The Gators gave them a fight. You can't help but wonder what if DJ Lagway had not gotten hurt. Florida's made strides. Old Billy Napier can't catch a break. More on that when we come back on the other side. And from a now familiar side, a losing Jaguars locker room, we have a further discussion from that this morning. We will have the Monday morning running back today with Fred Taylor. We've rescheduled Baselli for tomorrow. He has travel conflicts this morning. So thankfully for us, we get to double dip every week. So if we push one to Tuesday, that'll just give us more to talk about tomorrow as we contemplate the meaning of sports life in Jagland. Ugh. We are live at the St. John's Golf and Country Club. It's the Tristan Bailey Foundation fundraiser out here. They'll have an awesome tournament today. They had their big soiree last night. So we'll get some of the details on that and sharing this mission out here in St. Johns County. Moving along here on the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcebenonly.com. So we're back with more next. You are listening live to 1010XL on 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. We live the best moments from the weekend's games.
That's what superstars do.
Post-game Monday.
Expert analysis of Sunday's game all day.
Brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
Hacker here, and let me tell you, this is the stuff I never thought I'd say. I now weigh 209 pounds thanks to Awaken 180. To put that in perspective, I'm down from a triple XL to a large. My waist has dropped 10 inches from a 48 to a 38. I honestly never thought I'd get to this point. And one of the best parts now is that I get to be so active and play every afternoon with my 5-year-old little hack. Now, none of this would have been possible without Awaken 180 weight loss. They don't just help you lose weight, they make the impossible possible. We're celebrating this Saturday at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach for a Florida-Texas watch party. Yes, I will be eating, and yes, I'll be drinking. Both are approved while losing weight with Awaken 180. Now, if you're ready for your own transformation, making the impossible possible, do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com. If they did this for me, they can do it for you too.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Dailies Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Dailies Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Post-Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
The station with the best Jaguars coverage. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
Hey 1010XL family, Dr. Chris Cott PT here with Premier Physical Therapy of Jacksonville. Are aches and pains holding you back from doing activities you love? Pickleball, golf, or just day-to-day living? Are your kids struggling with injuries and need to get back in the game? My team of experts are ready to serve you at 3 locations, Ponte Vedra, San Pablo, and Phillips Highway. Visit PremierPTJax.com or call today at 904-996-6922, 904-996-6922, PremierPTJax.com, where your journey to wellness begins.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
We gotta win those. Got to get more pressure up front, but we got to win those in the back end as well. We count on each other to rush and coverage, to match each other, But again, before we start pointing the finger at anybody, we got to point the finger at ourselves and take accountability for, those type of plays. So, I'm excited. I'm not excited, but I'm excited to see, the game, to watch those plays and to see, was there a way where I could have made a difference and accept the responsibility and move on from there.
It's Josh Hines-Allen talking about those big third down scoring plays they gave up. Again, at the end of the first half, the Eagles were content there on 3rd and 17 just to run the ball, get a few yards, kick a field goal, and call it a half. You let them saunter into the end zone. Look, the play to Devontae Smith was a great play. I get it, but you still allowed it. And by the way, that's Josh Hines-Allen you heard, and he was talking about the big plays. And I don't want to hear anything about the back end. Those boys provided some coverage sacks yesterday. You're not seeing what's happening downfield, but there was a lot of times where, Jalen Hurts was left just bouncing around back there looking and looking and looking. So it feels like the secondary had a pretty good job in the back half, but they just don't make plays when they have to. They can't get off the field on 3rd down. They give up too many big plays. Those are 3rd and 17 touchdown, 3rd and 20-something, 3rd and 22. You let them get a 30-yard score. By the way, this is a little nuanced thing. I didn't necessarily disagree with it because you're trying to push them back. But the Eagles had a holding call there. It was 2nd and 12, and you could have kept it you could have made it 3rd and 12, but you made it 2nd and 22. You stopped and made 3rd and 22. So, by proxy, if you make them go 3rd and 12 and you stop them, they would have had to kick a field goal. You gave them an extra play to score that long touchdown. Again, I might be quibbling there. Look, Darby's had a lot worse coverage this year than that scoring play. And I'm still not completely positive that knee didn't hit at about the same time or just before the second foot did. But, man, in fast motion, that did not look like a catch. But it was. And again, those allowing those big plays at those inopportune times, it's just maddening, isn't it? Well, you can't. Listen. If you're the Florida Gator football program, you can hold your head high the way you battled Georgia the other day. They rattled Carson Beck, who does not look anything at all right now like the number 1 pick in the draft. There's a lot of work to be done for Carson Beck to secure his NFL future. I think we can pump the brakes on that one a little bit. And they rattled him. The defense made big plays. Florida stayed in the game with Georgia. They were battling them back and forth. They were, and then DJ Lagway got hurt. Florida had an interception. Lagway hit a touchdown pass. Gators took a lead, and they hung around. They battled Georgia back and forth for most of Saturday afternoon, but DJ Lagway getting hurt took away an element. Look, I'll give the kid credit. He's got a lot more moxie than he does talent. Aiden Warner, a freshman who, spent a cup of coffee at Yale before now being thrust into the Florida-Georgia game. Without, by the way, the best receiver, Eugene Wilson. Without Montrell Johnson, their best running back. The fact that Florida battled Georgia pretty much, it's a pretty much 7-point game. Georgia got a late one there. And they overcame adversity. It's 13-all. They fumble a snap field goal, and Georgia takes it over, scores. You figure that's when the floodgates open. But they hung tough. They got the ball back. Warner actually took them on a touchdown drive. They tied the game again at 20. They fought. They fought after a plan that looked like it might at least test the number 2 team in the country until the very closing seconds. Their plan had to be balled up and thrown away. It's just been that kind of tenure for Billy Napier that even when it's going right, it suddenly goes wrong. Here's Napier on facing Georgia, knowing the quarterback is out of the game.
No, I think our plan was working well and really continued to work well on defense in the kicking game and even on offense to some degree at times. I thought 3rd down was a challenge today. But, yeah, just overall the effort, the physicality, the fundamentals at the point of attack, I thought we were in position.
Herb Street and Chris Fowler on the call. Herb Street made a great point. He said, I don't know where this Florida defense has come from. They simplified it, and they're a completely different looking unit. And they're going to have to be, now 4-4, and you got 4 left. You're at Texas this week. You got LSU and Ole Miss at home. And you got to go to Florida. They'll beat Florida State. Florida State would lose to Mandarin High School. I mean, seriously, I'll say it right now. I don't care if the Gators lose their next 3 and they're untenable 4-7 going in. They'll beat the Noles. FSU's terrible. I mean, honestly, James Madison scored 70 on North Carolina. So Florida will win the FSU game. Can they win one of these 3 before then? Including a couple home games, LSU and Ole Miss. Got to get one of those. I got to be honest, all things considered and where you're at and cohesiveness and who are you going to get and who's available and what's in the works. If Billy Napier can manage this schedule and these injuries and down to his third-string quarterback somehow goes 6-6 and goes to a bowl game, God bless him. We'll see where it leads from there. To me, the story of the weekend in college football was the cementing of the Heisman Trophy for the Cam Ward. Yeah, he won the Heisman this weekend. I mean, it's only Duke. It doesn't matter. They're not going to face anybody who's showcase enough to make a difference. It's just so it's all about stat padding at this point and a 5-touchdown afternoon at home to pad your already monstrous stats for an undefeated Miami team. Yeah, it's a falling into place for Cam Ward to win the Canes a Heisman. Ashton G&T certainly will be a story. I didn't Gibby, did you see G&T's stat line this weekend? Did you follow him?
I did. 149-2.
Okay, that's good. Good weekend.
Yeah,
good weekend for
San Diego State.
Yeah, but the problem is just, he's playing games on Thursday and Friday night against San Jose States and Fresno States and San Diego States and Utah States and New Mexico States. And if they got a state in the name, then that's who G&T's playing. So he's just not going to win the Heisman. A Boise State running back. He would have to be going for 250, 300 a game, every game to win the Heisman. Cam Ward's going to win the Heisman. Is there a close competition in your mind?
No.
Right? Like Dylan Gabriel's doing a great job for Oregon. They're undefeated. I haven't followed him per se as closely, but I mean, it sure seems like. And now look, that should be the impression we have here in the Sunshine State with him right down the road. But man,
Carson Beck's not in the conversation.
Yeah, he's long gone. I mean, he's throwing 2 or 3 interceptions a game. Georgia is not national title strong. It doesn't look like to me.
I don't know if we can say it's not close because Travis Hunter's definitely in the conversation. He's in the conversation. Not say he's going to win, but he's in the conversation.
Man, I know you want him to win, and Travis Hunter's having a really good year, but I don't know how many first-place votes Travis Hunter would get if they had the – Travis Hunter would be third, if they had the Heisman vote.
He's in the conversation, though. We can't just dismiss –
You know why?
Why is that?
You'd put him in here at 6'10". I don't know any other Heisman conversation they're having.
Man, come on, man.
Man, the point is the Heisman race is over. So, no, I don't think Travis – listen, I wouldn't put – would you put $1 on Travis Hunter to win the Heisman?
I would. I don't think he's going to win. No,
yeah.
I don't think you're going to win. I think Cam
Well, I mean, I guess anything's in the conversation. I mean, we can put me in the conversation if you want. I'll start talking about my name. Listen, he's having a good year, but Colorado is not powerful enough, and his season isn't outstanding enough to get ultimately a ton of Heisman votes, I don't think. Now, you want to talk about draft positioning and best athletes? That's a different conversation. This isn't hating on Travis Hunter, who's terrific. I'd love to see him in a Jaguars uniform, don't get me wrong. But my only point was there is no more conversation. Cam Ward won the Heisman this weekend in my mind. So we'll see how that plays out. Still football to be played. Let's come back with a football fix on the other side to give you some of the roundup from around the National Football League. Plenty of interesting stuff happening on a Sunday. A couple teams in particular showing a sign of strength, I thought, this Sunday. So that and more. We're live from the Tristan Bailey Foundation golf fundraiser. We'll talk more about that as we move through. We're at the St. John's Golf and Country Club here in St. Johns County. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
The Jacksonville Jaguars fall at Philadelphia 28-23, but they did cover as 7.5-point underdogs. The Jaguars are back at home at Minnesota at Everbank Stadium Sunday. Minnesota, the 5-point favorite, the total 47. College football Saturday, Florida, a 22-point underdog at Texas. Florida State plus 25 at Notre Dame. College basketball tonight, 21st ranked Florida laying 10 against South Florida in Jacksonville at Veterans Memorial. It's Florida State, an 8-point home favorite with Northern Kentucky. 146.5 the total at Tucker Center. Florida A&M plus 27.5 at TCU. Cash back for every bet with a G-Bank Signature Visa card. VSIN.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
The holidays are coming, and so is your family. Is your septic system ready?
Honey, why is the yard bubbling?
Dad, the dog's swimming in the septic tank.
That's one way to greet the in-laws.
Don't let a septic disaster be the highlight of your holiday dinner. Call Duck Duck Rooter today and get it fixed before Uncle Bob finds out the hard way. Duck Duck Rooter, your local septic experts. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Rotator cuff injuries are common among athletes and those who have physically demanding careers. Don't let this injury keep you away from the sport you love. Dr. George Barry here, and the first thing you need to do with a serious shoulder injury is to diagnose where the damage is and how significant it is. Rotator cuff tears are either acute tears sustained during an injury or accident, or degenerative tears. If you're interested in learning more about rotator cuff repair and how our expert team of orthopedic surgeons can help you, call Barry Orthopedics today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and I'm hoping everyone had a profitable weekend betting on my bookie. And you know what tonight is? Monday Night Football. No Chris Godwin, no Mike Evans, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Kansas City to take on them Chiefs. And the Chiefs are favored by 8.5 points with an over-under total of around 45.5. The Bucs' Cade Otton was the de facto #1 receiver in targets last week, and the Chiefs generally are weak on defending the tight end. Right now, you can bet Cade Otton to score 1 or more touchdowns, paying plus 210. That means if you bet 100 and he scores, you're getting paid 220 smackaroos. My bookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can sign up using my promo code 1010XL and claim a double deposit bonus up to $1,000. That promo code again is 1010XL to claim that double deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and make this season your winning season with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
He was a favorite on the field.
Cardiac cast, thank you, baby.
And he's back on 1010XL. Former Jaguars QB David Garrard joins Jaguars today to talk Jags.
Mondays on 1010XL.
Brought to you by WaterboyJax.com.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you all, the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you, so get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
Rake in the savings this fall with Universal Roof and Contracting. Enjoy 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a free wind mitigation inspection. With financing options as low as $115 a month, protecting your home has never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP. Offer expires November 30th. Protect your home and your wallet.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
If your IT, data security, and your office copiers are operating perfectly, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, as your technology partner.
Advanced Business Solutions.
This is Dr. James Perry, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Well, the Jaguars hung tough on Sunday in Philadelphia against the Eagles. It was another single-digit loss, 5 points, 28-23 against Philly. Doug Peterson on how you process a loss like yesterday.
Well, I mean, it's hard to process when you lose, right? I do think there are some great plays out there, and that's one of Trayvon's play, obviously. We capitalized on two two-point conversions in the game. So there are some good plays. It's just not consistent enough.
Trevor Lawrence picked off in the end zone by former Georgia linebacker Nakobe Dean to seal the final 28-23 Philly over Jacksonville. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's just unacceptable. And it's putting our defense in a terrible situation. Time of possession, yards. So for us, it's just focusing on what we can focus. We'll take a good hard look at it. I wish I had all the answers today. I don't. And come about, and if you guys ask us later in the week, maybe I'll have better answers for you.
That's Mitch Morse. He is the Jaguars center. And the topic, you may have guessed from what he just said there, was the slow starts by this offense. So glad they really took that to heart and put in the extra work in the film room and the practice field this week after the listening audience got on to them. Oh, we're on to you guys, by the way. Last week, maybe they were just going through their football life downtown hoping that we wouldn't be aware that they keep falling behind 10-0 every week. They keep leaving the first quarter down 10-0 every week. Sure as sugar. You look up, middle of the second quarter, it's what's the score, gang? 10-0 Eagles. Just another slow start. But, man, it was an all-timer this go-round. An all-timer for the offense. This first half is just terrible. 32 yards of offense, man. 32 yards of offense. Cam Ward is plus 200 to win the Heisman. Travis Hunter is plus 220, which certainly leaves the Colorado receiver very much in the thick of the Heisman conversation. Winner E. Fire up the band. We got a football fix. It's brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. I'm not it's not our job here to go to ZipRecruiter and start making staff changes down there in Jacksonville, but you got to wonder how long you can keep running out the same ideas and personnel among the coaching staff. To wit, there's another 2-7 football team for the Las Vegas Raiders. And after their 2-7 became official yesterday on a big day by Joe Burrow in Cincinnati, they fired their offensive coordinator and two others. Burrow, 5 touchdown passes yesterday. Twice this year already, Burrow has had a 5-touchdown afternoon. They went to Joe Flacco in Indianapolis, hoping for a spark in Sunday Night Football against Minnesota. That was the game we got flexed out of, and it wasn't exactly a barn burner. In fact, the Jaguars-Eagles game would have been a much better game than what the Colts and Vikings ended up being. But Flacco was not the answer. I think he had 170 yards passing. He had a pick. Vikings win 21-13. So Indy fails to keep pace with any sort of playoff hopes that they may have. Now it looks like desperation going to Flacco as they lose. The Vikings, by the way, come to town here next week. I did see Cam Robinson immediately into that Vikings starting lineup, which we knew. The Lions are looking more and more and more like the best team in football. And I might include the undefeated Chiefs in that conversation. They went into rainy Lambeau Field yesterday, and in the early afternoon, it looked like it could have been midnight. I mean, that game was dark at kickoff at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And they just thoroughly dominated the soggy Packers. And so the Lions just keep on keeping on and lead now the NFC North. The Cowboys lost another one. Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, both banged up. They'll get MRIs for injuries they suffered yesterday in Atlanta. About as comfortable as a win as the Atlanta Falcons ever give their fan base. Like usually even when the Falcons win, it's some sort of nerve-wracking 3-hour engagement. But yesterday just kind of got a lead and kept pretty much 2-score lead for most of the day. Weren't threatened too bad. And Dallas is 3-5. Jerry Jones vote of confidence for Mike McCarthy yesterday after the loss. But trade deadline is this week. I'm interested to see how certain teams break when it comes to making moves here at the deadline. All right, we got more from the scoreboard around the National Football League on another Sunday. I tell you what, he's Lamarvelous, and Lamar Jackson is having maybe his best year, yet I can't get away from my vote for MVP going to Derrick Henry. Man, John Harbaugh said it really great yesterday in the postgame. He goes, man, it's always been our identity, and we are always going to run the football, but this dude's just different. Derrick Henry is just different. And he is. And what a perfect compliment he is to that Baltimore offense. So while Lamar had a big day, Zay Flowers had a big day, over 100, 2 touchdowns. Lamar doing his typical. I think he had another perfect passer rating day, by the way. I think that's like 5 or 6 in his career, which may be a record. And the Ravens win, but it's Henry who goes for another couple touchdowns. I think he had another 100 yards rushing. So he is going to be on a record pace, and he is going to help the Ravens be in a real good spot. Bills beat the Dolphins yesterday, a 61-yard field goal as time expired. So Miami's dreadful season continues. You can lump Miami kind of into our category. The Cowboys are falling into that category. There's certain teams that had expectations when the season began that here at the halfway point look nothing like a team that should have expectations. Jim Harbaugh's just kind of plodded along there with the Chargers. They're not pretty, but they're winning. And they won at Cleveland yesterday. I mean, the question at the end of the year as we look back will be, how did the Browns beat the Ravens again? That's the league, I suppose. Commanders are 7-2. Jaden Daniels has been just an absolute grand slam home run. Beat the Giants yesterday on the road. Titans beat the Patriots, so we found a common opponent that we can all beat. The Patriots. Can we just play them again, please? And let me tell you, if I'm coach ranking in the NFL, and we can take the hot flavors of the week or month or year, I think Andy Reid has pretty much established himself as the number one coach in football. And there are a lot of guys there that you could battle. Let me tell you a guy I'm putting in my top 3, and I'm not arguing and I'm not moving him out. Sean McVay. What Sean McVay has done with the Rams is remarkable. I mean, they're never dead. They built, they went to a Super Bowl, they lost, they maneuvered, they won a Super Bowl, and then they were supposed to just fall off the map, weren't they? He kept them relevant, got them back in the playoffs last year, and here they are in that wild, wild NFC West, now 4-4, winning at Seattle yesterday. And don't look now, gang, but the Arizona Cardinals lead the NFC West. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Home Course, the Joan Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. Best value in golf. And Allstate agent, Mandy Bowers and Mandy. Not just insurance, but assurance with Mandy and her dream team. All right, I'm perfectly happy that we are on the radio and booming at you this morning. But I would, there are certain times where I wouldn't mind if we had a television signal corresponding. Because today's Shazam Spotlight just so overwhelmed my eyeballs that I'm going to have to mention it, even though radio could never do it justice. But I know that I'm hitting an audience that saw this play live, more than any other audience, except for the Philadelphia Eagles fan base. What in the name of Madden was that Saquon Barkley play yesterday, E to the T?
That right there.
I mean, what? What just happened? All within about 4 muscle movements in 2 seconds. Saquon Barkley juked. Spin move. Reverse. 180 spin move. Backwards hop over the defender. What did my eyes just see? That's the Shazam Spotlight. If you know, you know. If you haven't seen it, then go watch it. It's the Shazam Spotlight, brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore. Truck guy here. And you can get a great deal and unbelievable service with the Murray Ford Superstore. Stark and Keeks will take that short drive and save on these big city prices. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next. We are just happy and proud to be on location this morning at the St. John's Golf and Country Club. It's the Tristan Bailey Foundation golf fundraiser, so more details on that. And more. Up and rolling on a Monday. Another sad, lonely, depressing Jaguars Monday on the First Coast.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The game where every yard counts. One player's performance stands out.
That's what you want from a leader.
Universal Roofing Contracting presents the Offensive Player of the Game.
Touchdown, what a throw.
On 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
Integrity, persistence, and standing up for victims. It's what you want in a personal injury case and what my friend and lawyer Glenn Cohen brings to every case for over 40 years. Call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen & Sullivan.
He used to cover the Jags. Now he's a CBS Sports senior NFL writer.
Well, I believe you got everybody's attention.
He's Pete Prisco. Friday afternoons on The Frangie Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles. On 1010XL. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, roll and lock bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
I've been telling you about the premium luxury storage that's coming in Atlantic Beach. Spots are open now for purchase. Need to get in on this. What are the reasons for purchasing a unit here at the shed? Well, there are plenty of them. Who's it for? Well, if you're running out of room at home for your cars, toys, extras, it's a place where you can store and work on projects. You got large RV, fifth wheels. You want premier indoor storage for your investment. Maybe you don't live locally, have a place to keep your Florida things. Maybe you're between houses, looking to move to Atlantic Beach, temporary, long-term storage in that manner. Maybe you got long-term projects going on. You want to leave parts out, new frame-up, restorations. Maybe it's a man cave hangout, watch games, have a golf simulator. Business owners, I mean, the uses are endless. Premium uses with premium storage for premium possessions to be valued and protected. Go to theshed.com and schedule your appointment today or call 555-3195. It's theshedjacks.com. That's theshedjacks.com.
David Lane here again for Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. After several surgeries for age-old issues, mainly my back and shoulders, there's no doubt that Southeast Orthopedic Specialist is my sustaining resource for living pain-free. Take it from me, and I'm being really honest here, there's no better orthopedic facility here in Jacksonville.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hacker here. By now, you've probably heard I dropped over 100 pounds with Awaken 180. And now we want you to come celebrate with me at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra for a Florida-Texas watch party. Saturday the 9th. Yep, we'll celebrate my weight loss with great food at a Gator watch party. And for a chance for you and a guest to win a free tab at my table, text the word Chubby to the 1010XL text line at 641-1010. Plus, I'll have ticket giveaways and more fun at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World,
simply the best for less.
And thank you for your business.
Cyber threats don't take time outs. Protect your business with double-check Cybersecurity's AI-powered solutions. Get 24/7 defense and stop hackers before they score. Don't wait. Visit doublecheck.com to schedule your free security consultation today.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. This update brought to you by Blue Chew. The Florida Gators lost more than just a football game on Saturday against the Georgia Bulldogs. And they lost their freshman sensation quarterback DJ Lagway, who was carted off the field in the second quarter with a left leg injury. Gators head coach Billy Napier told the ABC broadcast at halftime that Lagway suffered a, quote, pretty significant hamstring injury. Napier said they would have more later this week. Tonight is the tip-off of the college basketball season. JU Dolphins host Trinity Baptist tonight at 7, pregame at 6:45 on the 1010 a.m. stream. The Florida Gators, they will tip off tonight in Jacksonville. Airtime 8 o'clock on 1010XL. 69 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
You know it.
I've come to talk with you again.
You know it.
Because a vision softly creeping
Yada, hada, ha.
left its seeds while I was sleeping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the vision that was
Groundhog's Day. Over and over and over.
We've made this song
And
crack
over.
the American Top 40 Billboard hits, I bet. We play it so often. Huh?
And over again.
Fireside chat this morning. Go deep. I almost feel like this should be a State of the Union. There should be a camera here rolling right now.
I mean,
yeah.
What in the hell?
I got no answers, friend.
What are we doing?
I don't know.
I got an idea.
We got the most egregious call in our favor ever, too, on that fumble. We never get that. A total gift. They gave us 8 points.
I got 2 ideas.
I really thought we were going to win. I finally believed.
This Sunday,
what an idiot I am.
We're going to start the game. Vikings 10, Jags nothing.
Yeah.
So we're not going to waste time. We're just going to give them the 10.
It's a bad look to tell everybody you're going to fix that and then do it again.
We're just going to give them the 10 because we've been down 10-0 to the Eagles. We were down 10-0 to the Packers. We were down 10-0 to the Patriots. So we're just going to give the
Browns down 10-0 to the Browns.
We're just going to give 10 to the Vikings. That way we don't have to waste time chasing it. We know we're down 10.
Yeah, and 14-3 to the Bears if you want to go overboard. But we've proven we can't.
It's 21-3.
Well, we can't come back from 11. We can come back from 10. So 11, no. We got only 10.
Yeah. And then another thing, I'm not an expert, but I tell you what, my red zone offensive package, I'm going to eliminate the play where I throw it to the third string running back.
Yeah, I don't know why that was even in there.
When I got to.
And even then just don't throw it. Trevor, you got to go rogue and not run some of these plays.
Yeah. Just go rogue.
That throw looks like there's 13 seconds and you've only got 3 shots at the end zone. It was just.
If we scored there,
exactly.
we're going to lose.
Right. I was going to say y'all would complain that we scored too fast. So
we're going to lose.
There's no upside to that. We
had plenty of time.
Right. Yeah.
Run the ball.
If they score there 100%, that kid kicks a 52-yarder and we lose the game.
No question we're losing that game.
%. No matter how much we stop
That's how we operate.
Man,
and if he tells me one more time, like he's insulted that we would ask these questions, my head's going to explode at CDP, man. Bro, you are
Which
off one after another, man. Smug Doug, you stink. You're 2-7. You got to stop with this testy crap. I mean, it's just not good enough.
What's he testy about?
The whole thing, man. Like he says, Brian Thomas Jr., 4 targets, 2 catches, 22 yards. Was he hurt? Was it? Were they doing something? Did you watch the game? Yeah, I did. I asked Brian Thomas Jr., and he said it was nothing different. So why aren't you throwing him the football?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
No, I got a lot of questions like that. I still look. That was my narrative, and there's plenty wrong yesterday. I've completely lost my faith in Doug Peterson. He's 3-12 in his last 15. It's an amazing. It's an ESPN 30 for 30. You take over a 3-14 team. Yeah. You rise them out of the ashes to a playoff win. You lose to the Super Bowl champs by a touchdown. You then come back the next year, start 8-3, and you have arrived.
What I've determined is
that unbelievable.
In 2022, we just got damn lucky.
I guess. But what about all beginning of last year? If it weren't last year, if there weren't the 17-game continuous, I would agree.
Who do we beat?
We beat some teams. We beat
Pittsburgh
on the road, New Orleans on the road.
Who was the quarterback for Pittsburgh?
I don't care, Hick. Those are good wins. They were
great wins.
There was no part of us that thought that 8-3 was a fraud. We looked good. We were good. It's so unbelievable. And by the way, now seeing this 2-7, last year's injuries aren't an excuse for going 1-5.
No,
they aren't. The coaching is poor. It's run its course.
And then here's another good point, man. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, first off, I've said this over and over again. There's a cumulative effect when you trade guys. You traded Cam, you traded Roy Robertson-Harris, you lost Christian Kirk. That's a cumulative, and then missing guys also yesterday. A cumulative effect is on display when Austin Trammell's back there returning punts.
Ooh, first one.
Maybe listen, he's a professional. Parker, can you just fair catch the ball back there? Yes.
Well, they put him in after, so obviously he could have.
So you can. So, come on, man. And good for Trammell to have some. I'm glad some of these guys have some great moments. I think it's just not good enough. But you got to have. He had to have. They know they're number one. It's so hard for me because the way he speaks versus what I think, I just don't think he's telling the truth. But he's got to have sense at the end of the game that there's a minute. Hey guys, there's a minute 40 here. Let's run one. Let's kill some clock.
Right.
And
by the way, there is no.
And I don't want to throw to Dearness Johnson, our third string running back.
My point is this.
And by the way, Nakobe Dean made a great play.
No.
He did.
But here's the deal. Again, I can't say this enough, Hick. And I know we scream on sports radio, so I don't mean to lose effect on the things that I really mean.
Yeah.
Okay. The fact that your third-string running back is the number one option from the 13-yard line on a wheel route tells me we need a new coach.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's a fire him move.
Right.
I'm sorry. Never mind that he shouldn't have gone there anyway. Never mind all that. The fact that is the design.
I wouldn't mind just dumping it for a 2-yard gain and killing 30 seconds because you have. You're in position to win or lose. You're going to get the same amount of plays.
Correct.
There's no hurry here. You're down in the red zone. You can run 7 plays in a minute and 40 seconds.
It was a ridiculous play call, to the point. Even if your best case scenario and you score, you've left too much time. That's what everyone will scream. That was just terrible. I've lost all faith in the coach, man. Listen, this is a reality too. And look, and the answer to the response is no, they don't. The response to this is every team does that. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
This is a football team that at soon-to-be division winner Houston lost on the final seconds on a field goal.
Right.
That at home against a playoff team, the Green Bay Packers lost the final minutes on a field goal.
Right.
That at a playoff team, they're good enough to be. If you're good enough to be there in the fourth, you're good enough to win. Right. Unless your coach is.
They don't know how to win.
Our coach has failed us. He's lost them.
They don't know how to win.
He's making just. He's calling terrible games. They're not ready.
And I can't because I can point out these good moments, and it just drives me crazy because they're no good. And we had 1 first down in the first half.
Yeah, 32 yards.
It's the second lowest amount of yardage in the first half of football in Jags history
since '95.
Only beaten by a franchise expansion team. We got our second first down with 9 minutes to go in the third quarter, down 22-0. I have never in my life, and we have watched one thing we have seen is a lot of football. A lot. I have never in my life seen 2 running plays by an offense from about the 20-yard line where not 1 but 2 where they ran the ball and we didn't touch the ball with the guy with the ball.
Third and long, both of them.
Never in my life.
That Barkley run, they were conceding a field goal.
Yeah,
they were handing it off to get the field goal, and you let them go in for a touchdown.
Untouched. How is that possible?
And by the way, we had 3 sacks yesterday. All 3 should go to the defensive backfield. Those were coverage that we must have covered better than the history of the game until we couldn't.
Untouched. Jalen Hurts, untouched till as he leapt into the
3rd and 7, 3rd
zone.
and 22. These are the play, and even the Hurts was a 3rd and 8 or 9 that you let him not just get the first down but a touchdown. Yeah,
I've never seen that in my life.
Yeah.
Not one but 2 times. We did not touch him. If it was flag football, they would have scored on running plays up the middle. That's just and by the way, it was a case of, I guess, disrespect intended, Dumb and Dumber with coaches.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy in Philly too. And you know, I've kind of stuck up for him, but this attitude of
go for 2. He's Dan saying go for 2.
Go for 2.
With a weird look
if you're
on his
watching,
face.
go for 2. We're going for 2. Just leaving points out there. 22-16, peeps. Thank you, Coach Dumber. He's dumber. Doug is just dumb. Thank you, Coach Dumber. It's 22-16. We can kick a chippy field goal to go up 9. We're going for it on 4th down.
Yeah.
We're going for it.
And, by the way, we're going for it after. This is the most unbelievable development ever. We have scared them out of the most effective play in football.
Yeah.
They are scared to run the tush push on us. They got 4th and less than a yard, and they roll them out. We scared them off the tush push.
We shoved this.
It's the only elite thing we've done here in a year and a half. We're the only team that has dominated the tush push. We dominated that sucker yesterday, Dan Hicken.
We did dominate the tush push. And so they roll out, and they don't make it, and we're still in the game because Dumber doesn't kick a field. Why would you not kick a field goal there, analytic boys?
I don't know.
Why?
Yeah, no, there's no reason.
It's just mind-boggling, the stupidity of coaches. I hate to say it, dude. They make in proportion to what other people make way too much money.
Hey, listen, let me take it. It seems impossible to make that worse.
Yeah.
But it just all comes down to decision making. So let me get this straight. You won't kick a field goal from the 20 to get a 9-point lead.
Right.
But up 6, you will kick one from the 50 that if you miss it, you give them the ball there.
Dumb and Dumber.
I thought that of all of the dumb plays, going for 2 and leaving points, I thought of all of them, giving that football team the ball at the 50 when you could have pinned them was maybe dumber than all of them.
Might have been.
Oh, and we had the game right there. We got the ball 1st and 10 with a minute 40 on the 13-yard line, and we throw some panic end zone shot like there's 10 seconds to go, and we got no timeouts.
That's part of our red zone package.
Oh, man. Yes, that was the call, he said. He said
came
yes.
Up with? Is that you or press?
First read. That was the play design. That was the winning play. By the way, the sleuths have already gone, and the Jags have run that play now 4 times this year with different people. Exact same play. It's failed all 4 times.
Well, I would tell him this. He's headed towards unemployment.
Yeah, for sure.
They both are. I mean, they're going to clean house.
Yeah.
Listen, I know a lot of them. They're going to clean house.
Listen to me.
And they're going to clean house because the owner's embarrassed, which he should be, because they fed him a line of crap, which they did. And like I've said this for a couple of weeks now. I think the only thing that Jag fan agrees on, I believe, is that we're not 2-7 bad talent-wise.
Well, and again, this goes back to the old. You can position it different ways with slogans or phrases. But to me, if your record's better than the roster, you need a new GM.
Yeah.
And if the roster's better than the records, you need a new coach.
Well, they need them both.
100%. It ain't gonna. I will say this. You're the master of disaster and slippery and slyness. I don't think we're gonna get a clean house. I think we're gonna have the same general manager.
Okay.
Who's going to go get a coach? I'm not endorsing that.
No, and if you're right, then we ain't going to get a good coach because no coach is coming down here to work with.
Well, we'll see.
They're not.
No,
I'm
look again.
It's not happening.
I'm sorry we got to sit here November 4th and have conversations about firing coaches. But when you make $20 million, $12 million, $15 million a year, and you can't coach your way out of a high school scenario, oh well.
Yeah, 2-7. Our Dream Finders Homes poll question of the day brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes, official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I know who will be here next year. You, me.
Yeah, official home builder of the Florida Gators. What bothered you most about the Jags loss to Philly on Sunday? Good morning, E. Are you ready to play?
I'm here.
All right.
Are you giving me like 10 options? Because I need more than 4 for this
All of the above is not given, unfortunately. So 3.
All right, which of the 4?
Which of the 4? 3 of 10 on third downs. 1 first half first down. Eagles 236 rushing yards or a game-ending pick. Those are your 4.
Game-ending pick. Because despite everything else, we still had a chance to steal one we didn't deserve. And we got the biggest gift in Jaguars history. We've never had such an obvious call.
We got to give.
And you knew all along wrong.
Yeah.
And then they went to the replay, and all the announcers, oh, yeah, he got him there. The fact that they ran out there and gave us the ball, I couldn't believe it.
It was, and like that, I don't know who that ref was. I don't know if I've seen him before, but he was kind of a rube. And he just was like, I mean, he had to keep checking things over and over again, man. Like, well, we ain't quite got it right yet, but we're getting some assistance here from the office.
It was just like, I
couldn't
believe it. You knew.
Thank you. Let's go.
And by the way, if you were officially reviewing it, how do you not look long enough to see the finger do that?
I don't know.
Like, it was so
it went up the leg.
Like, two fingers, bent on his. I mean, and I knew it when the play happened. I was like, what are we doing? Here was my thought.
Yeah.
Well, maybe he was starting to juggle it before he actually hit the ground.
Yeah.
That's what I thought they were looking
Not
at.
the
But when
case.
I saw they actually had the ball, I mean,
nice run by Trayvon. Play
We'll
him
take
at
it.
fullback. E, which one did you want to say?
The one I want to say is not even on there. Is when Saquon did that. Where he did that, because that's going to be on SportsCenter forever.
Yeah, well? Let me wrap this up, and then I'll ask you a question about that play. First half, first down, 40%, game-ending pick, 39%. So 1,300 votes are in. You can vote at Dan Hicken. He'll put on the social media pages. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, official home builder of the Jags. 15 locations in Jacksonville. Beautiful homes, man. Check them out. And by the way, 2.99% year one interest rate. So if you think you can't afford a home and you want to be a first-time home builder, you may be able to. Here's what you got to do. You got to go to dreamfindershomes.com and let them help you navigate, crunch the numbers, see what you can do. They will help you and figure it out for you.
Doesn't it seem to you, Dave,
that play by Saquon might be the best play in the history
ever
of against the Jacksonville
It was
Jaguars.
video game like. It was very, very. I told Stacy he looked like a flea. Like a flea jumping around on the field.
And he meant to do it. It's not
Yeah.
like
Oh,
his luck.
yeah.
He
Oh,
meant to do
yeah.
it.
No, it wasn't just
By the way,
ad lib.
he should be getting MVP votes too. Or I guess maybe it's everybody we play every week should be getting MVP.
That's fair.
But he should be getting that guy. He looks. And I scratched my head at one point and sat there and said, if I was the owner of the New York Giants, I would fire that guy today. How could you couldn't give him $15 million? That guy ain't worth $15 million. He is a difference maker. What do you need in the NFL? Difference makers.
Yeah.
That cat is
In
a
fairness,
difference maker.
in fairness, I mean, if I'm also John Finn, I'm like, well, gee, thanks a lot. Thanks for having the best year of your career by a mile the first time you go to the rival.
Maybe he's got an O-line.
He's also going to a better team, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This probably has something to do with it. So, all right, let's come back. Let's get in a little bit of this Florida-Georgia game. Man, if it can go wrong for Billy Napier, it's gonna. I mean, that guy's like Pigpen. It just follows him around, doesn't it? And I mean, with a game plan and a team that looked like it was willing to battle until the very end, one of the top teams in the country, they took away his armor. But we'll get into that more when we return. We are live this morning at St. John's Golf and Country Club.
Yeah, the Tristan Bailey Foundation. It's good to do a beautiful day. It's good to be out here, man. A lot of good folks helping out a great foundation, and we're only a small part of it, and we can't do enough.
Happy to
for
pitch
them.
in, though.
Yeah, man.
All right, back with more next. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
I've come to talk to you
This
again.
is your Duval Minute, brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
They're the darndest team in some ways, but you cannot say they played well when they give up 30 points regularly. And the Philadelphia Eagles had 236 rushing yards yesterday. 236. I know they got a bunch from Hurts. What, did we not think he was going to run? I mean, it's just mind-boggling how bad this defense can play week in and week out. And there is one thing certain about the Jags. When you look up at the scoreboard at the end of the game, the other team's going to have 28 to 32 points. It's almost like clockwork. 236 on the ground. NFL players have always told me anything over 200 is an embarrassment, and that's what the Jags were again yesterday. And that's your Duval Minutes, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the lookout for good folks, man. Always on the lookout for employees. Always on the lookout for people who want to join the company, and the benefits are unbelievable. 401k, you get, trading bonus. Just go down the line. Any question that you have will be answered at liftpower.com. They're one of the best places to work in Jacksonville, voted as such year in and year out. Been in the industry for 50-plus years, family-owned and operated. Want you to be a part of the family. You can learn more. Just go to liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
Even the best teams can lose steam when their best players end up on the sidelines.
In case you haven't noticed, our receiver corps is decimated.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update.
Jacksonville. It's part of the game, though, you know?
On 1010XL.
Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen. Energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Right now, save 20% on your entire project. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 18 months. This offer expires November 30th and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Florida Gators. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hicken here for About 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of About 9. Visit About 9 Associates today and experience the difference. About 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time home buyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time home buyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time home buyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time homebuyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time homebuyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time homebuyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. Yes, 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting. Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Florida's weather is unpredictable. Don't let the Epic Chill catch you off guard. For reliable heating services, call Epic Cool Heating and Air. Keep your home cozy all season long. Call 904-859-EPIC, 904-859-3742.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots and the first treatment now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Weekends were made for sports, and I'll tell you my take on this weekend's best options. Hicken here. Watch for Weekend with Dan on YouTube and Facebook. Weekend with Dan is brought to you by Stone Core. We do outdoors better.
Is an injury keeping you on the sidelines? Whether it's your shoulder, neck, back, knee, wrist, or ankle, don't let pain hold you back any longer. At Injury Care Centers, they offer the same high-tech treatments trusted by the pros to supercharge your recovery without surgery. The road to recovery starts the moment you pick up the phone. 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008. Injury care starts at Injury Care Centers.
Googan Nation, it's Dreamfinders Danny Hicken here to tell you this is no dream. The folks at Dreamfinders Homes right now have an unbeatable interest rate for you. You may not think you can afford a Dreamfinders home. Well, think again. Take advantage of a 2.99% year one rate. I said it, 2.99%. 15 Jacksonville communities to choose from. Find that dream house and take advantage of an unbeatable rate. Move now, literally. Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What?
Huh? I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Randy Taylor in Jacksonville at 642-2400.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
Your local authorized Xerox deal on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
Yeah. All right, we're out here at St. John's Golf and Country Club having a good day. Tristan Bailey Foundation. You can learn more at tbstrong.org. It's a great site to tell you all about the fine things that these folks do out here in honor of Tristan Bailey, who was such a beautiful young lady. We'll talk more about that throughout the morning. Also, we got sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call that the 10-minute drill. At the end of the drill, we'd like to hand out a prize pack. Is there anything on the schedule today for Razzle-de-Dazzle?
There is some razzle-dazzle. I got a pair of tickets to see Daryl Hall live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater on November 14th.
No Oates, just Hall.
They've separated.
Yeah. They're not,
as a band.
They're not the best of friends.
Yeah.
They
Are they
hate
suing
each other.
each other?
Yeah. It's going to be a lot like when me and Jeff finally speak.
Man-eaters, the two of them.
Come see Dan, no Jeff.
Live at the Metro Park, featuring a megaphone.
Hello! You know it!
I don't know what to really, I really do. I'm in a state of, like...
Oh, by the way, Baselli be tomorrow.
Okay,
yeah, he's traveling today.
I told people that. We'll have Fred here in about an hour.
Yes.
I'm kind of in a stage of suspended fanimation. What to make of just Billy Napier, the Gator football team, the program. The fact that football team, when the game started, was so overmatched that 16 doesn't seem right.
Mm-hmm.
And with the overmatching that they faced from the start, if they could have limited it to just being that overmatched, those guys were going to fight for him till the very end. That game was going to be that game that went down. I mean, you could argue it did go down. It was 20-20 in the fourth.
Yeah.
But you lost Lagway, and you knew all hope was gone. And that kid had gutsy and moxie, but no talent, dude. And
yeah, I would. There's a lot to talk about there, but Aiden Warner is a kid who took. They got another kid on the team, Clay Millen, had really good stats at Colorado State. I don't know. I can't imagine Aiden Warner's.
Is he hurt?
No, I don't know why. And maybe Warner's ahead of him, but I would take a strong. I saw his highlights. It's not SEC football. I get it. But the kid has performed at a high level versus the kid who they put in the game. So that's one thing that I would look going forward. Florida's, but they're cooked. They're washed.
Yeah, they're cooked.
Once Lagway went down, it was all she wrote. I was proud, though. I was proud to be a Gator. I was proud to watch them play. They played their butts off, man. There's a lot of good young players there, man.
Yeah, I hate to see them lose.
Players.
Are you changing, or do you feel the temperature changing on Napier even though he's losing? I do too, right? I'm not, because I'm still seeing the national columns being written. I feel like his seat is cooling off now. If they don't win another game, that'll change.
I'll say this.
Don't you feel like if they go 6-6, Dan, if they can squeeze 2 wins with a third-string quarterback, that he'll keep his job? Or no?
Oh, yeah, but they ain't getting 2 wins. No chance. Not with that. No chance.
No chance with the deep.
No.
Well, they've only got to get 1. They will beat Florida State, Dan.
Okay.
With Gibby at quarterback. They're the worst team in football. They will win that game.
Okay.
And they'll win it by double digits.
I didn't watch any of the Florida.
I did. Just because of what I told you, why I bet them, and who they play this week, I'll take that team.
I want to give you a.
So they got to.
I want to give you.
You got to go 1-2 against LSU, Ole Miss, and Texas. So I just wonder at home the way this defense is playing. Don't get me wrong. I would not. I don't.
I just don't know.
Yeah, they got. It would take a defense and a running game, or Montreal Johnson is able to contribute.
I want to give you physical evidence of why. And again, I'm not saying it's right.
No,
or wrong. I hate. I would not. It's very mixed on Napier. Okay, but I was curious. So on yesterday morning. I threw out a Dreamfinders Homes bonus poll question.
Look at you,
just out of curiosity. Well,
Dreamfinders gets. If I got the kind of effort out of you that Dreamfinders does, we would be number 1. We would be number 1 in the world.
Watching how the Gators have played the last few weeks, leading both Tennessee and Georgia to half, but also knowing they may only win 1 more game, would you bring Billy Napier back in 2025? We had 600 votes because I kept it up just a couple
Okay,
hours.
I'm going to say it was 70-30 no.
Oh, no. 51-49 no.
That close?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. That same question after the Texas A&M game would have been 80-20.
Correct.
And I just feel like the national media is continuing to talk about it like that's the current temperature. Now, I will say this. You play in these last 4, have one where you get beat 52-10. It doesn't matter why.
I know.
Doesn't matter if it's a third team. Have one, and that you might not get on the plane. Well, there is no more plane ride home. Everything's at home.
Yeah. Did you see?
I mean, except for Austin.
I knew.
But now, Dan, I think the way the defense played, I think they'll play all these teams, even with the backup quarterback.
I don't.
Okay.
I think they'll be one of those. I don't know how.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway,
I get it.
And I ain't blaming him.
No,
for that.
It's Tennessee, Georgia. Those are two good teams, and they're battling them right now.
Did you see the one throw by the kid?
Yes.
At the start of the second half.
The bouncer?
Yeah. DK.
Yeah, and he threw it like
5 yards short of him.
Yeah.
And I said, that ball get tipped?
Yeah.
And then somebody said, I don't know.
No,
and
I think
I looked up to watch a replay. Go, that ball didn't get tipped.
No, it just came out of his hand phone.
That ball didn't get tipped. And then it would take him just like every ounce of energy to get it to the side.
He made a couple of good dart throws. I'll give him credit, man. He was not, I will say this, he wasn't a deer in the headlights.
No.
I mean, he wasn't totally comfortable, but he wasn't like crapping his pants out there.
But
I mean, the fact that he had a touchdown drive is the upset of the year in college football. 20-13 after we blow the field goal snap. That's where the game finishes 34-13.
Oh, yeah. We had 20-20, had them 3rd and 7. Cormani slipped. I think we blitzed on the play. Cormani slipped. He got beat for about a 25-yard gain, and that was about all she wrote.
Yeah.
And then when they kicked off to us, I'm like, we ain't driving at 85 again.
No.
We ain't driving. But I'll tell you, again, the positives are we went toe-to-toe with them. Our O-line went with their D-line. Our D-line went with their O-line. Man, those young kids, we had guys falling every freaking play.
Yeah.
That game took 17 hours.
Felt like it.
Player after player went down with an injury. I tell you what, that kid 13, not Ball, but Gates on defense.
Yeah, what a game.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
He's
first half,
a recruit.
He's Atlanta area, I think.
Yeah. Those guys,
now, look, here's the deal.
I was proud of them.
Now, if Billy Napier stays or leaves, or those guys staying or leaving, it didn't matter. In the past, you've kept Napier. Well, you lose all these guys anyway.
Right.
That's a dangerous game to play in today's climate of keeping a coach because of a certain player or players.
You have to. With with college football today, you have to almost admit that you're starting over if you hire a new coach. But again, the problem is, and the fans will do. I had social media there was some ridiculousness on social media. Again, I got no problem if they get rid of Napier at the end of the year. I really don't. I get it. I totally get it. It's a decision I wouldn't want to make. I love the young kids. I love the fact that they play hard for them. I got a soft spot. I actually felt bad for Napier when Lagway got hurt.
The game management's getting a little better, Hick. Yeah. He's not doing some of the.
But the people on social media, I can't believe he's having Lagway run. That's the dumbest statement you've ever made if you believe that, because then you just hate Napier and you want him out, and that's fine.
Yeah.
You say, I hate Napier, I want him out no matter
Although,
what.
Hick,
you got to run Lagway.
Let me ask you this.
He's a dual threat guy.
Did you notice, because at the game, did you notice that Lagway, there was a play earlier in the first quarter where he got tied up in the pocket a little bit on one of those runs, and he was a little bit.
Yeah, very early.
He got up a little bit. I guarantee it's that hammies tweaked at that point. So either he's got to tell Napier.
He's got to tell him,
Because with that being and by the way, and I don't want to throw guys under the bus, but what are they doing on the turf down there, man?
I don't know.
We're slipping and sliding. It was more than one. It wasn't that Lagway.
They weren't.
Well, then change the shoes.
Well, then that's on us.
Okay.
And I don't know enough. So but I don't think. Because I know a lot
That's
of people.
Come up in this game before.
I know. And I know that Shamar James got hurt last year before the game. And so I don't think it was the turf. I really don't. I think it was just he pushed off. It popped. It's not going to be good. I mean, he might be able to play FSU would be my guess. I haven't heard anything.
Georgia has another one. Who is it?
Yeah, they got Ole Miss and Tennessee in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, they don't look that good, dude. I don't think Georgia's winning it all. Do you? Do you think they're the number 2? I don't know who's number 2. They all look kind of similar.
Here's what I think. This is my observation.
I mean, we're playing with these. It's hard for me to think of Georgia and Tennessee as true contenders because of how close we play.
Here's my observation about Georgia. I've watched them. Obviously, we've all watched them. I don't think they're quite as good as the last 3 years. I think that's pretty given, right? The last 3 years they've been. I mean, they just beat the living heck out of them. I don't think they're as good as they've been the last 3 years. for whatever reasons, Carson Beck's not playing particularly well. He's got 11 interceptions against the SEC.
I think not playing well is being kind.
Yes. So, although he did go 12 of 14 after the
I don't
third
care.
game.
He kept an inferior team in the game with some of the worst quarterback play I've seen this side of Luke Del Rio.
That's fair. But who's going to beat them? Like when they might. I think they're still. My point is, they're still capable of winning it all.
That's fair, but I will tell you this.
Uh-huh.
Here is why I don't think they will.
Mm-hmm.
That question, who's beating them? I think now there's 15 teams in that group. In the past, there was one.
Correct.
Alabama.
Correct.
They're the only ones that really thought you had
That
a chance
is
to beat them.
They will.
Whereas now they could play Ole Miss, and you think they could lose. They could play Tennessee. You think they could lose?
I suspect Georgia will be in the playoff.
Tennessee's the one whose power is falling to me. They
could get in the playoff. It's a real interesting thing in the world of college football. Who's going to get in?
There's a hole in the system, and you've talked about it.
Yeah.
The hole in the system is it's not fair. There's going to be teams that finish third in these conferences that are going to get in without having to play that conference championship game, and one of those jokers is going to lose that game, and they're not going to get in.
They're going to get penalized for it.
And then the fifth seed you're going to learn is just as good as the 4 seed.
Yeah.
Because
they aid each other.
You know why, though? Because 5, you get a home game against 12. 12 is never going to beat you.
But I will say,
but you get to play the 4 seed instead of the 1, 2, or the 3, and that's going to be Big 12 or ACC.
But I'll say this: Clemson's loss may take the ACC down to 1 team.
The 5 seed this year is a prime spot because they're going to get that 4 seed who's not any good on a neutral field, and they're going to get a home game against the 12 seed who's going to be the Power 5 team.
You know what I'd like to see happen? Just because I'd like to see Joe U's head explode. I'd like to see Miami lose like a regular season game, or lose the ACC championship game, have 1 loss and not get it.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen. They're
Joe
going to be
U's
too
head
well
would
positioned.
explode.
I say this not necessarily because of just what he did on Saturday, but you just know that there's going to be about 3 or 4 more 400-yard, 4-touchdown games coming. Mm-hmm. Right? Cam Ward's going to win the Heisman.
I heard you talk about that. I was more on the other side. I don't think it's over yet.
Yeah.
Who
can catch him?
I think Genty can. I think Travis Hunter can. I think that Dylan Gabriel are your 4 favorites.
Yeah.
And Dylan Gabriel's more of a,
he doesn't he's had marquee games and you don't remember him.
I know.
That's the problem.
Because Oregon has such a good system, and pretty much every game he's like 25 of 29 for 306 and 4 touchdowns.
It's going to be hard for Hunter from this
Cam Ward has Heisman moments. Cam Ward needs, it would be great for Cam Ward to really cinch the Heisman. And he's the front runner.
But we also, in fairness now, he's right here. We see a lot more of him than some dude in Chicago.
He has a Heisman moment every week, but he's doing it against
inferior team.
Big deal.
Yeah.
That's
something that McLean runs into it. Or not McLean, but Travis Hunter runs into a little bit in the Big 12. I think what will do Hunter in is he's going to have a game where he only has 2 catches for 28 yards.
Yeah.
And if you're winning a Heisman, you can't have – and that's just because of how well-rounded he is.
The thing that props Hunter up
is playing both sides.
No, I feel like the award is for the most outstanding college football player in the country.
Yeah.
I think he might be.
Well, I tell you what could win it for him? If he could have a score both offense and defense game.
Yeah.
Right, just get a pick 6 and score a touchdown. That might put him over the top.
All right, let's take a break. 641-1010. E, tell them what they're going to win, please, sir.
A pair of tickets to see Daryl Hall live at the St. Augustine Amphitheater on November 14th.
Because your kiss is on my list.
Yeah, that
Sing
guy.
it, Jeff.
Then he sings to John, because your kiss is what I miss.
Because your kiss is on my list.
One of the best things in life. I am going to go to break and be back. We'll be back with more. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
Sometimes winning and losing comes down to one play. There's only one performance painting, high performance play of the game on 1010XL.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnik Nugget. We've learned now that Florida-Georgia will be played in Atlanta and Tampa the 2 years the stadium isn't ready. That is great news for Jacksonville because it puts to bed all the talk about it one day going home and home. If it was ever going to be home and home, this would be the time to do it. It's not. It'll always be a neutral site, and starting 2028, it'll always be Jacksonville. That makes me really, really happy. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnik family of dealerships. Frank Frangie here. There are trucks, and then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Nimnick Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% APR financing. Head to Nimnick GMC today. GMC, we are professional grade.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank N.A. member FDIC.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Greenlaw Group is for the insured. If you think you have roof damage, call 904-302-7055 today, and they will schedule you a free roof inspection. Trust their law firm to help you fight your insurance when you need it. These storms can cause damage you may not even see yet. Call Greenlaw Group 302-7055. There's no cost to retain their law firm and no cost to have your roof inspected. They only get paid if you win. Greenlaw Group, for the insured.
Hey, looking for ways to give back this October? GolfTeeRepair.com and 2 Tip Mice Vodka have teamed up to make every swing and sip count. Together, they're hitting breast cancer hard with a special campaign. If you don't know 2 Tip Mice Vodka, you should. They're locally owned and distributed right here in Jacksonville. And they donate $2 for every bottle sold to the 2 Tip Mice Foundation that financially supports patients undergoing breast cancer treatment. GolfTeeRepair.com this month is donating 50% of every sale to the 2 Tip Mice Foundation as well. Use Swing and Sip for an additional 25% off your order when you go to Golf Tee Repair, and check out all those wonderful shirts to help the cause. Support and rock your gear with purpose. Swing and Sip on the promo code for 25% off at checkout at GolfTeeRepair.com. Together, let's tee up for a change. Swing, sip, and support Golf Tee Repair.
Hey everybody, Mike Dempsey here for Dandy Foods. Dandy subs and sandwiches. Look, we always want you to think about those great options as you're driving around Duval. But the beauty is, even as I'm dropping pounds, Dandy's got great options for me as well. Told you all about their protein packs, delicious salads that they have out there. They have fruit cups for on the go. You know what they have. Veggie snack trays. You can grab those on the go as well. Perfect, healthy snack. Dandy is the name to know when you're on the go. So stop into a Gate store anywhere around Duval and make yours a dandy, and do it today.
Movember is Men's Health Awareness Month, so take charge of your health and vitality at Ackerman Urology in Mandarin, Middleburg, The Beaches, and Whirl Golf Village. For prostate and urological needs, trust Ackerman Urology. AckermanUrology.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialist, congratulating this week's high school scholar athlete, Leighton Yates, senior diver and track and field athlete at Stanton Prep. Leighton is a member of the National Spanish and Psychology Honor Societies. Congratulations, Leighton.
Transmission troubles? I'm Robin Sidbury, owner of Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. So come in and see how we can help solve your transmission troubles. We service all makes and models. Remember, get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and I'm hoping everyone had a profitable weekend betting on my bookie. And you know what tonight is? Monday Night Football. No Chris Godwin, no Mike Evans, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Kansas City to take on them Chiefs. And the Chiefs are favored by 8.5 points with an over-under total of around 45.5. The Bucs' Cade Otton was the de facto #1 receiver in targets last week, and the Chiefs generally are weak on defending the tight ends. Right now, you can bet Cade Otton to score 1 or more touchdowns, paying plus 210. That means if you bet 100 and he scores, you're getting paid 220 smackaroos. My bookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can sign up using my promo code 1010XL and claim a double deposit bonus up to $1,000. That promo code again is 1010XL to claim that double deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and make this season your winning season with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you, all the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res. Fill it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Now that's what I call high-quality H2O. If you want high-quality water in your home at a fair price that won't scare you to death, then talk to someone who knows water and is not a pushy salesman. Contact your local water boy, Keith. I install premium equipment and can repair or even rebuild your existing system. In a business known for aggressive sales tactics, let me show you how my approach is different. If you've got any water problems, contact the water boy at waterboyjack.com.
There are 3 certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Hicken here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
A late interception by Trevor Lawrence in the end zone sealed the fate of the Jaguars on Sunday in Philadelphia. Trevor Lawrence after the game.
We kept fighting. We're resilient, and it's tough. When you find a way to get back in the game and you have an opportunity and it finishes that way. But I really am super proud to be a part of that group, and got a lot of fight, and we just gotta find a way to finish these games. We've had so many one-score games that haven't gone our way because of some plays down the stretch, and so it's tough.
Trevor Lawrence in the postgame on Sunday, 28-23, the final in Philadelphia. Lawrence intercepted by Nakobe Dean in the end zone to finish off the game. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, I want to make one more point about the Gators, then we dive back into the Jags here. But this is, they have on the roster this cat, I think his name is Clay Millen. In 2022 at Colorado State, he made 10 starts at quarterback.
2 years ago.
Okay.
And we're saying this because Florida has no quarterbacks.
Yeah.
DJ Lagway, it looks like ripped it off the bone, didn't he? I mean, he's going to be out for the year.
They brought a cart.
Yeah, he's out. And
yeah.
so, and this Aiden Warner is a walk-on from Yale who's never played. He's literally a walk-on. It's amazing he did what he did to keep him in the game.
I really don't think he's got much of an arm.
No.
I was begging for just throw verticals, man. Just throw it
up there and hope.
Yeah.
And they tried a couple.
Yeah.
He couldn't get it there.
He finished with 10 starts. He finished with 1,910 yards passing.
This is the Clay Millen guy.
169 out of 234, 10 touchdowns. That's set the single-season CSU completion percentage record, 72.2%.
Sounds like Mertz.
The completion percentage also set the NCAA record for an FBS freshman and was the second-best mark in Mountain West history.
Well, what happened in 23? Or did he sit out a transfer year?
I don't know if he left then. I don't know. I don't know enough about him. I saw those stats, and then I saw some highlights, and I saw him running. And he had a kind of a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Curious.
No. Right, sure. You're desperate.
We're dead.
Right now we have a walk-on playing quarterback,
cooked.
and we don't even know who the backup is, so at least you identified that.
Yeah.
Now let's turn our attention back to the not ready for primetime players. And just the Doug Peterson, in my estimation, after years of doing this, has completely lost this team. And I don't mean they don't believe in him. I mean he's lost this job.
Yeah.
He's not pushing any of the right buttons on or off the field. All they do is lose. They find a different way to lose every week. His playbook is stale and unproductive.
Yeah.
And if you had to have a video explanation of why you're moving on from a coach, then I would throw in the tape from 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line with 1:40 to go, drawing up by design a first read wheel route to a third-string running back. That makes no sense.
Yeah, there was a lot that didn't make sense yesterday, and it's just so disappointing because the one I guess positive or whatever, and there are no positives, but it's 22-0, and it's going to be one of the worst losses of the year. And to their credit,
they fought.
And
got a gift.
I joke about starting the Vikings up 10-0, but I won't joke about this. Go up tempo, come out on Sunday and
act
see what
like
happens.
You're down 10-0.
Yeah.
Like play the whole game like it's a 2-minute drill.
Just do it.
Something.
Until you get some sort of productivity in the first quarter, first half. I mean, we went through the first half again yesterday, and we had 18 yards.
Listen.
And no first. We had one first down in the entire first half.
We had 32 yards in the first half.
You can't win that way.
We screened about 24 in the first quarter a week ago, and we somehow did worse. Now, here is the other side of that and why that's such a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It was the narrative of the week last week. The slow starts, the 10-0. The coaches talked about it. The players talked about it. It's unacceptable. We got to do it. So did you just give lip service and then go into your office and literally do nothing to switch it up?
Didn't seem like they did.
Like, if you were going to commit to the reality that you are terribly slow starters and you're going to admit it and you're going to say it's going to change and it has to and this, that, and then you come out and you one-up yourself in impotence, then are you any good?
And I'll say this, I mean, I thought the offensive line, for all their
injuries
and
it's
stuff,
been good for a while.
They played hard.
Yeah, they're
they
fine.
battled. I don't have a real, I mean, ETN, I mean, Gator.
I don't know what happened. Like, the first half, they just couldn't piece any plays together. It didn't feel like any one – it felt like the offense overall was terrible. It didn't feel like any one play. Like, there's been times where it's Trevor's terrible or this guy's fumbling or –
Trevor was like 3-8 for 7 yards,
it's just
8 rating.
Well, and here's the thing, too, Dan. Okay, now, and I'm not a quarterback coach. I've been watching Trevor long. What he is best at is give him that good 6-step drop pocket and let him zip it downfield 25 yards. We found guys all day long in those areas, either on the corner routes or across the middle. But we just run too much. What was that 4th and 1 play?
Oh, I think he
did. He audible?
I think he did.
Yeah, I think he did too.
I think it was. You know what? No one asked, and that's a good question because that was on him. Because again, bro, I know we didn't make it on 3rd and 1. It's 4th and a foot.
Just sneak it again.
And again, let me help you guys out, coaches, because I know you guys know everything, and we don't. But I'm gonna help you out here, okay? Put 3-4 receivers in the game, spread out, then you get a crease.
Right.
Then sneak it.
Right.
So not everybody, if you bunch everybody up, then everybody else bunches up. Don't bunch up.
But
I mean,
Madding. Madding.
He went to his
There's no
head or
innovation.
checked or whatever and threw that thing out there.
That's terrible.
Oh,
I'm really worried. I think Trevor has a lot of strengths, but he is not real football IQ smart.
Not checking off.
He's not checking off, or when he's back, I don't think he's seeing the field all the time. I think those things you can get better at them.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, Lamar continues to get better, Dan.
Yeah.
You know, it takes seasoning. I mean, Kyler Murray's playing the best quarterback of his career. It takes, not all of them come in ready. Now, some do. Patrick Mahomes is ready, okay?
Yeah.
Others, you got to grow with your guy. And, God, but man, there is definitely some issues here that need big-time improvement.
What y'all think about that 4th down play? After they ran a 3rd down play, and he snuck it, and it was
That's
a 4th.
what we're just talking
so
about.
did he not check? Didn't he check into that play?
Yeah, we think he did.
Yeah.
I didn't. No one asked, but I think he did. I think there's 2 plays there. He picks the play, and he picked the wrong play.
Yeah, for sure.
Is my guess. Again, I don't know 100% on that, but that's what it looked like.
It looked like he checked to that play.
Because I even tweeted, please tell me Trevor didn't check to that play.
That's what. The first thing I thought was that was his mistake.
Yeah.
And again, that's a weakness.
But again, put 3 or 4 receivers, spread out, and sneak it.
Yep.
You're 6'6",
and that's on the coach.
I know.
We shouldn't be sitting here Monday morning at a golf course talking about what a guy who's won a Super Bowl should do.
No.
What is he doing?
No.
It damn near looks like it's intentional at this point. What are we doing?
I don't know. But and then, you want to talk about, there was a moment, ladies and gentlemen, there was a moment yesterday where the Jacksonville Jaguars, get ready,
punted,
sit down, played complimentary football. It happened in the 4th quarter, okay? It was 28-23. Philadelphia got the ball, and our defense stopped. Well, we scored. We kicked to Philadelphia. We stopped them. We got the ball back, and we had a chance to go win. That's compliment. We played for just a moment. A very small, modicum of moment.
It helped.
Complimentary football.
It helped that their coach, and I think you're right. Whatever Jag you want to put into the category of dumb from yesterday, dumber is Sirianni. And of all the dumb plays, and again, there's always arguments for when it comes
Yeah.
to the points in the analytic.
Yeah.
To try a 57-yard field goal, knowing that if you miss, you give them the ball right there at midfield.
Yeah, see, I thought
You have got to punt that ball.
I thought eschewing the field goal.
That one,
on
too.
fourth down at 22-16 when you go up 25-16 might have been the
Here's
dumbest
I'll give you
thing I've ever seen.
Well, I'll give you something even dumber off of it. That it was akin to Trevor. Look, I know they've stopped you 2 times. Is anybody really going to stop that play 3 times in a row?
Right.
I mean, it hits 90%, so it's
Right.
going to go for 3.
Right.
If you're going to go 4th and 1 there, you got to run that tush push again. You're
Yeah.
good at it.
Yeah.
But we scared them off the tush push.
We did, and we scared
And
them.
that was a terrible rollout play on that 4th down. But the 57-yarder, you're giving them the ball at midfield. I mean, it was like they had a bet who could lose the game.
What's frustrating is, like, we don't play as a team, right? Like, guys have individual. Like Josh Hines Allen, I thought he had a good game. He had 2 sacks yesterday.
Trayvon had a great game.
6
solo tackles.
Yeah, so, I mean, grabbed a guy one time and slammed him to the ground. I mean,
took it in, didn't stop.
Yeah,
didn't play.
Yeah.
Finish the play. He's
Yeah.
having a really good year. He continues to get better and better.
So that was, but as a unit, they rushed for 236 yards.
I don't know
bro.
how. Yeah.
They had almost 500 yards of offense. We had 215.
Well,
how can you tell me that we were lucky to be close? And the only reason we were close is because we got a gift.
Well, and this
But
is
we
why
couldn't even take advantage of that. Pross, wouldn't you say this? Any regular team that is not cursed or stupid would have won that game. Would have looked up and said, quirky NFL, we just beat the Eagles. How did that happen?
Yeah.
We were going to win that game. I'm in the office going, oh, my God.
Can I point something out?
We're going to win this game.
He's going to get mad at me here, so be careful.
Yeah, come on.
This is why when you try and tell me Foye Oluwakun's an elite player.
Yeah.
Your starting linebacker on the team gave up 250.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on. And by the way, maybe we should all take a little dose to settle down on Ventrell Miller. Those are your 2 linebackers. Dogs we got, Hick. Those are our dogs on defense. Oluwakun and Miller. They gave up 250
The 99-yard run by Derrick Henry or the Saquon catch. Because it would remind me of the same. Remember how when Henry went 99 and like one guy would run up to him and he'd go, poof. And then another guy would run up to him and he'd fake him out.
Yeah.
And Leon Jacobs came up and he said, hey, Leon. Boom. He threw him into the stands.
Row 2.
It was like that with Saquon. There's 3 different guys that had shots at him. One guy went flying by, slipping. One guy whiffed on him. And then the one guy, Jari Jones, got jumped over.
It's hard to put 3 elite moves in a 2-second span.
Yeah.
He did.
But he had to juke a guy,
R1.
then he spun off a guy,
Circle.
and then he half spun 180, hopped over
triangle.
a guy. It was like a daggum flea on a football
PlayStation
pads.
remote.
That was impressive stuff. All right, we got to head into the 8 o'clock hour at St. John's Golf Country. Tristan Bailey Foundation Golf Tournament today, man. tbstrong.org. Learn more about the Tristan Bailey Foundation. We're proud to support the family. We're proud to support her. We're proud to support this group. Wonderful people, and they're out here golfing, raising funds for their foundation that does so much for our area. We're back with more next.
Let's go. Game day gets here a little quicker with Pre-Game Friday. Here we go. Who's in, who's out, who's on upset watch.
Exactly.
We'll get you ready for the games.
All right, you ready?
Brought to you by Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Yo, it's your boy E to the T here. And fellas, we all know that athletes train every day to perform better on the field, right? Well, what if you could enhance your performance in the bedroom? No training required. That's right. I'm talking about that secret weapon, Blue Chew. A chewable tablet with the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, Levitra, and Staxin. That ships right to your door in a discreet package. No doctor visits, no trips to the pharmacy. It's all online. Their licensed medical providers work with you to find the right ingredients and strength for your prescription. They also have Daily Tad that contains 7 essential vitamins. And it's chewable too. And now you can try Blue Chew for the free ski. That's right, for free on me. Visit BlueChew.com and enter my promo code 1010XL. You only have to pay $5 for shipping. Turn that oh no into a oh yeah. That's promo code 1010XL and let your boy hook you up with some Blue Chew. Get your confidence back. Visit BlueChew.com.
Swammin, when was the last time that you cleaned your air ducts?
Dad, I manage the air duct cleaning at Zero Res. Trust me, my ducts are cleaner than the plates after Thanksgiving dinner.
Well, I hope so, but it's not just you I'm thinking of. Everyone in Jacksonville should get their air ducts cleaned before the holidays.
You're right. Even though we don't blast the heat like up north, we still trap dust and allergens when the windows stay shut. All that gunk just recirculates through your home and makes your air quality worse.
So you're saying Zero Res air duct cleaning keeps my air fresh and ready for my holiday guests?
Exactly. Clean ducts means cleaner air, just in time for Thanksgiving. Plus, we've got a November special running right now. Call Zero Res today and we'll give you $50 off. No more dust, just fresh, clean air for you and your family this holiday season.
Sounds good, son. Now, how about that family discount?
We'll see, Dad.
Visit ZeroResJacksonville.com or call now. Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Denny Thompson here. They're still growing. Tyson Sound and Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security hiring a master electrician offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply 762-1000. Equal opportunity employee.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
When you're a little kid on the playground, they tell you don't hit back. Well, the courtroom isn't a playground. And if you've suffered an injury or death in your family, I'm here to tell you it's okay to hit back and fight to make them pay. I'm attorney Brett Hastings, and at Hastings Injury Law, we understand all the pain and emotion that comes with being wrong. And we've dedicated our lives to making things right for people like you. So if you get hit back with Hastings Injury Law. Offices, Jacksonville.
Any action? Find more fish on the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show.
That's a big redfish, guys.
With Captain Kevin Faber.
Oh, my gosh.
Brought to you by Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6.
On 1010XL AM.
What if you could be debt-free by this January? Get rid of all that high-interest debt, pay off all your credit cards, consolidate everything into one lower payment. Hey, it's Prosper here, and if you're ready to stop stressing over bills, you need to call Loan Pronto right now. With rates at their lowest in 2 years, this is the perfect chance to use your home's equity and save big going into the new year. Loan Pronto's got rates with APRs in the low 5s, and they're getting homeowners hundreds of thousands out of their home's equity. Homeowners who do this save on average $850 a month. Loan Pronto offers a ton of options, including total refis, express equity lines of credit. So call now, get a rate quote in just minutes with no hard credit pull and no upfront fees like those other guys. Call today. You won't make a house payment till 2025. 904-999-1508. That's loanpronto.com or 904-999-1508. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781 on approved credit, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
I'm Andrew Gibson with your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. Ponte Vedra running back Brian Case had a night to remember against arch-rival Creekside on Friday night. The senior running back had a hand in all 5 of his team's touchdowns against the Knights. Case ran for 167 yards and 3 touchdowns. He also caught a score and threw for a touchdown in the Sharks' victory 35-30 over their arch-rival Creekside. The Nice Panthers also improved their unbeaten mark to a 9-0 record. And coming up tonight, college basketball tips off the season. The Florida Gators are here in Jacksonville tonight. They will tip off at 8:30 against South Florida. You can hear the broadcast on 1010 XL. It's right now 72 degrees at 8:03. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
By the way, if you're checking the Tankathon, the Jags currently with the number 2 overall pick, so we got that going for us. Get to blow another one.
Bringing it down.
Jags with the 2nd overall pick right now as we welcome you back to the show. We're out at St. John's Golf Country Club. Happy to be out here supporting Tristan Bailey Foundation, tbstrong.org. Learn more about it. Appreciate everybody who's coming out here. A lot of good folks. A lot of people coming by to say hi and frustrated like we are as we watch our Jaguar season implode from the top to the bottom. I thought that Collinsworth made a good point about Anthony Richardson last night on Sunday Night Football, and he said, in a way, because he, Collinsworth, I think there's a little Gator thing there too. Collinsworth's a Gator. He talked to him on the field before the game and told him he's going to be fine and gave him some advice. And, he watches a lot of tape, and he's a pretty smart guy. Anyway, Chris said, in a way, the Colts are kind of protecting him too, because if he was playing last night, all the discussion about, what happened and would have been brought up even more.
Do we make too much of that, do you think?
No. They said, you can't. The general can never come out of the game. Are you if that's what you're referring to?
No, I'm talking about, do we make too much of the effect if they fail in a big spot? I mean, can Anthony Richardson feel any worse about how he's playing? He's been terrible.
That's a good question. I don't think he thinks.
Like, is it worth? Because here's another thing, too. We often ask ourselves, if your guy's the guy, the alpha dog you need to win a Super Bowl, and it's going to hurt his feelings, this, that, or the other, then.
I really think the bottom line on that whole thing was the locker room. To me.
Yeah, they're
like, I can't look these guys in the eye. Now, because Flacco wasn't that good last night.
No, he's not good at all.
So, I mean, it
should not shock us. We've gotten.
And he didn't, lead them on touchdown. The main thing is he didn't get points. I mean, he kept hitting, those intermediary routes, and he did a good job of that. But the Vikings are going to, Flores runs a good defense. It's very, it's going to confuse our Jaguars.
Oh, no, we'll lose. That's it. We're going to win a couple. That last 5, this manager will win 2 or 3 of those.
They'll make their pitch to stay. They'll make their pitch to stay.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that happening, too. So we
got
Freddie T coming up, by the way, at the bottom of the hour, too.
I think if Doug Peterson really wanted to really wanted to make sure he keep his job, he would fire Press Taylor today. I mean, it's something that everyone's wanted forever. The offense stinks. You have to make him a scapegoat. He's not going to do it. Obviously, they're friends. He believes in him.
Yeah.
But if Doug Peterson was real serious about keeping his job and moving forward, he'd fire his OC today, because that's what losing teams do. They make changes. Teams that lose down the stretch don't write it all off and keep the same ideas and the same things intact.
Raiders fired a couple of their guys overnight. They're terrible team.
And the Raiders, that doesn't impress me much. The Raiders are dumb. The Raiders, they fire a coach, they give it to an interim. He's better than average, and they keep him. It's the dumbest thing. They do it over and over, Dan.
I know. The Raiders don't have a quarterback. That's the problem. I mean, God bless Chew. He's a backup. He should never be given the reins of a team.
No.
If you need him for 5-6 games, he's great.
Yeah.
That's what you need.
No, right.
So. We'll find out. Trevor got a little banged up yesterday. I don't know. That one hit. Did you see that one hit he took on that left shoulder?
Well,
man?
no, he also got helmet to helmet. We should have got a call there.
Yeah.
But 2 things yesterday. One, the fumble that should never have been a fumble. It's unbelievable. They gave us a touchdown there.
Yeah.
But they also gave us, we never get this, they gave us a makeup call.
Yeah.
Parker Washington got interfered with. They didn't call it.
Yeah.
2 plays later. Now, Ingram also was interfered with, but I think it was because of the one they missed and we got on them that they called it for sure.
Okay.
And that helped that drive, too.
Well, we had a lot of helps. We hit a 4th and 13 on one drive as well. But look, we find ways. We don't make They don't know how to win.
We lose.
The Jags do not know how to win.
And we've been saying this for
when
a
it's
while.
time to make a play that win, Saquon Barkley made a play. Jalen Hurts made plays.
Devontae Smith made a play.
I'll give you 3 plays. The Jags had come within a touchdown. It was 3rd and 7, and Hurts drilled Devontae Smith with an 8-yard slant. He caught it up here, and he made the catch, gave him a first down, kept the chains moving. They would go down. And then next play, he hit Devontae Smith cutting across the field for the big
Gator. One. Let me ask you this question.
That was a big play. That's winning football. We have 3rd and 7. We miss it. We get sacked. We do something wrong. We don't make it.
All right. In that fourth quarter before Smith caught the unbelievable ball at the back of the end zone.
Yes.
It's 2nd and 12.
Yes.
They get called. It's an incomplete pass. They get called for holding.
Yeah.
I
got to back them up.
Because of the field goal attempt?
Yeah, you got to back them up.
Because as it turned out, it was
but then they hit
unfortunate.
3rd and 22 for a touchdown.
Because the second down, the free play they didn't do anything with,
then
we let him hit 3rd and 22 for a touchdown. So, I mean, there is at least an argument that you keep them there 3rd and 12. And, look, that kicker's so good, Dan. Give it, that 10 yards wasn't going to matter if they made the field goal or not.
Yeah.
I'm with you. You push them back. Then you get a sack and maybe you push them back.
Yeah.
But as it worked out, when everything's going wrong, that one extra play was the extra play they hit the touchdown on.
Does always go. We do the wrong things inevitably because we don't play. We don't know how to win. This team does not know how to win. They put themselves in position to win games. They don't know how to win. Part of that's from the coaching staff. I will never understand forever how with 1:40 to go was the ball. Did you say it was on the 13-yard line?
13-yard line.
On the 13-yard line, you throw one into the end zone to your third-string running back.
Like there's 8 seconds to go and you get 2 shots to the end zone.
I can't understand it. Again, you're at the 13. That means you get a first
I'm
down
glad
at
you
the
can't
3.
understand it. If you could understand it, I would not come to work tomorrow. You would make my head hurt. It's ununderstandable.
Yeah.
Doug Peterson today offers anything other than, guys, I'm sorry, I've forgotten how to coach.
Yeah.
There's no answer that explains why you would run a wheel route to a third-string running back in that situation. It makes no sense. It should not even be an option.
And even to throw it into the end zone, we got to kill clock. We're not good. See, I think Doug sometimes thinks we're good. So I think that's where his mindset is, that we're a good team. So it's just 4th and 3, we can make it. No, we can't, Doug. If there's 1:40, we just score it, we win. No, we don't, Doug, because then they come back and get a field goal.
That's right. If we score there, sure as sugar, we miss the 2-pointer.
Correct.
They get the ball, they drive down, and
Right.
they kick a 48-yarder with no time left, and we lose by 2.
I believe, and I may be wrong,
I personally believe.
I believe one of the easiest things to do in today's NFL, and I'm not saying you're going to make it, is to get yourself in position for a 55-yard field goal at game's end. You need to hit 2 plays. And nobody wants to give up a big play, so you dump the one over to the running back. He gets 11 yards.
I'm going to ask you a question. It keeps with the integrity.
Then you're at the 40-yard line.
The integrity of the game as if it's as it was drawn up.
Yes.
And I would be really in favor of this. I think it's time. It's time to make the goalposts about half as wide as they are.
100%.
It's too easy.
Too easy.
And it's got to be move them and it would change. They're looking for change, right? And evolving. That would be a big time difference. It would take these silly.
Although these knucklehead coaches still go for it on 4th down anyway. It
well,
makes no
I
sense
know,
to me.
but still,
there's 3 points out there that are given
for the simple reason that at the end of the game, all to your point, 15-yarder, 17-yarder, dude kicks a 58-yarder like it's nothing.
Yeah. What about the Buffalo kicker?
Yeah, 61,
and he's in the tank. Like he's missing extra points.
Yeah.
He's been in a rut for like 3-4 weeks. And this joker goes out and nails a 61-yarder.
One of my real pet peeves would be my pest of the day, though, are these kickers kicking with house money. They annoy me. Don't you jump around like you hit a game winner. No. What happens if you're down 2 and you kick that?
Yeah.
I have a feeling the ball's squirreling over there to section 112.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't jump around like you just saved the world.
Right.
You had house money.
Right. It's tied.
Yeah, when it's tied, right.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
I get you. Well, it was a good win for Buffalo, and the Dolphins season has spiraled out of control.
The Dolphins
Mike
are
McDaniel's now catching hell. He's a terrible coach now, they're saying. He's 2-6. They can't do anything right. The AFC East is over. Buffalo's in great shape.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's another MVP candidate. He's been terrific. His pick, Jalen got a stinking pick yesterday. That was a gift. Keon Coleman hit him right in the hands and popped up in the air, and Jalen grabbed it. That's his one pick that he'll get, whatever. But anyway, that was a good win for Buffalo. Patriots, Titans. The Titans move out of last place. They're ahead of us now with Mason freaking Rudolph. They win a game, and they are now 2-6. We are 2-7. So,
and it's soon to be 2-9.
Yeah.
Because the Vikings come to town next week, and Dougie and his crew, there's no way they can design a game plan that's going to attack that defense to a victory.
It's another good coach, too. Kevin O'Connell has proven that he is
these guys
good.
are. Well, that's another thing, too. We got an old guard, games passed him by coach.
Yeah.
His playbook is stale, and you got to be Andy Reid smart to run what Doug Peterson's trying to run. We need an innovative, smart. Look, Sean McVay, man.
Yeah.
That dude's a top 3 coach. It don't matter what you do to his team.
Boy, see, you want to talk about giving a game away, though. I was watching
the 103-yarder.
Well,
that's a 14-point swing.
He threw another pick down there in the red zone.
Yeah.
Gino, come on, my man.
If you listen, there also comes a point if you're serious about winning a Super Bowl. Geno Smith can't be your quarterback.
But there's nobody else on the. I mean,
that you have to be.
You got Howell out there.
Yeah.
But Gino's a good quarterback. He's not a great.
Never won in the Super Bowl.
But nonetheless, man, they gave that game away. They had so many opportunities to put them away. Shoot, it was, and I kind of was watching it because, like I said, I had some. I had Seattle in a certain pool, and I needed them to win, and they weren't able to do it. But you're right, the Rams, what a catch by, I tell you, underrated players, that DeMarcus Robinson.
The former Gator, he's been doing it for years.
I think I read it's something about 4 touchdown seasons. It's either on 4 different teams. Has he been on 4 different teams, maybe?
I think just the Ravens and the Rams. I think.
You think that's it?
Maybe the Chiefs.
Coffee with the Chiefs. Tell me the teams that DeMarcus Robinson has been on. Can you check
I tell you what, he was a good player in Florida. He didn't feel like an NFL player.
No,
but he is. To be honest with you, he's emerging as probably a top 10 Florida alum at receiver.
Oh,
He's been
top
on
10?
Chiefs, Raiders, Ravens, and the Rams.
Yeah,
Raiders.
I think has he caught 4 touchdowns at each of those teams at least in one season? He's a good player.
No, he's good. That was a heck of a catch yesterday.
Unbelievable. Game winner.
And he stepped up when they had no
By the way,
no
and I saw Stafford make a throw yesterday. He sidearmed, and I don't know how he saw this. The DB thought he was going to pick it. The receiver shot across and caught it.
Yeah, he got away. He got away with that.
Man.
No, the DB's got a break on that ball. That wasn't a great throw.
There.
I know the one you're talking about. Wooten is a good player. Just waited on it. And he let like Tyler Johnson or somebody jump in there and catch it.
So anyway, there was that. There were a bunch of interesting games yesterday.
Sure.
The Cowboys are a mess. The Falcons another good win. I tell you guys got a guy because I saw
Ellis, Caden Ellis. Is that what you're talking about on defense?
Is it Brady Ellis or
Caden Ellis?
Yeah, who's he?
That's Luther Ellis' kid from Utah.
He's a player, man.
Oh, yeah.
He's all over the field.
Oh, yeah. That's what you want to – that's what – yeah. He's
That's
all
what
over
I
the
need
field.
for my
and he plays middle. He is all over. He plays middle linebacker. They rush him.
I like him.
Rush him up the middle. They line him up and in.
Yeah. So anyway,
I'm pretty sure it's Luther Ellis' kid. Remember the one that played for – yeah, the one in Utah. I'm pretty sure that's him.
Yeah, well, he's good.
Yeah.
He's good. So
We could have been nice. We drafted him one year.
Yeah, it would have been nice.
Probably came about round 4, I bet. You know.
And Detroit went and just slapped around Green Bay.
Detroit is the best team in the NFC.
And that was horrible weather.
Detroit's going to the Super Bowl, aren't they? Because they seem to have that mentality, that mindset.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes. And, you can't help but root for Detroit, man. I mean,
Washington,
that's a
too.
Starving franchise.
Yeah, more for Detroit. That's fair. I like them. I consider them Jags North, only they win and we went soft kitty.
We should do well up there in a couple weeks, by the way.
Yeah,
that should be a fun trip.
And that's not going to go well.
No.
Yeah, that's like a 40-14 kind of.
That's going to be ones where.
That's the same thing we said this week, and it was headed that way, in fairness, until the refs gift. It's almost like the league called and said, we need a better game. By the way, our game would have ended up better than the flex game.
Yeah.
That wouldn't have mattered, but they would have been better off.
People would have been
Turned it off. That's
22-0.
right. That's fair.
Really, what happened? I went to
Why
bed.
did we flex that game? You knew this was going to happen. That's fair. Let's take a quick time out. It is the Monday Morning Quarterback DivorceMenOnly.com. Freddie T coming up this hour and more. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL.
If offense and defense don't win the game, sometimes it's up to the special team.
And here comes the field goal team. They've got to hurry.
After the game, catch the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game. Live generously and life will treat you royally on 1010XL.
The inflation fighter is back and saving you thousands at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Mia here, and right now at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned, just $500 down and $288 per month gets you a pre-owned 2021 Toyota Corolla. Or you choose a pre-owned 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Tacoma for just $500 down and $388 per month. You also get no payments till January 2025. It's all at Arlington Toyota Pre-Owned. Shop in person, 10939 Atlantic Boulevard, or online at arlingtontoyota.com.
Hacker here, and let me tell you, this is the stuff I never thought I'd say. I now weigh 209 pounds thanks to Awaken 180. To put that in perspective, I'm down from a triple XL to a large. My waist has dropped 10 inches from a 48 to a 38. I honestly never thought I'd get to this point. And one of the best parts now is that I get to be so active and play every afternoon with my 5-year-old little Hack. Now, none of this would have been possible without Awaken 180 weight loss. They don't just help you lose weight, they make the impossible possible. We're celebrating this Saturday at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach for a Florida-Texas watch party. Yes, I will be eating, and yes, I'll be drinking. Both are approved while losing weight with Awaken 180. Now, if you're ready for your own transformation, making the impossible possible, do what we all did and choose the solution for weight loss at awaken180weightloss.com. If they did this for me, they can do it for you too.
It's one of life's most important decisions. If you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you just got divorced, you have children, you likely want to take care of your family. Of course you do. Hicken here from Matt Hinson in the Hinson Law Firm. I'm not the attorney yet. But have you done your last will? It's not the most comfortable thing. It's not the most fun thing to do. It's something you need to do besides getting your assets to the people that you want them to go to. Planning helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes as well. Matt Hinson will listen and help you with some tough decisions. He'll provide you the info needed so you are at ease with your choice. The Hinson Law Firm. You have questions? Maddie's got answers. 904-527-1700. 527-1700. Office is Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Tony Baselli, Pro Football Hall of Famer. I was known for protecting our quarterback. These days, I'm extending that protection to a different arena, your home. I have partnered with Heritage Roofing of North Florida, your premier local roofers with over 25 years of experience. Heritage is your go-to roofer for hurricane preparation, with same-day inspections and estimates. They also work with all insurance companies. Let Heritage Roofing of North Florida safeguard your home and family. Visit heritagenfl.com for your free estimate today.
State license CCC 1335410.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Hey, make a crucial catch against colon cancer. Hicken here for the Borland Groover Foundation. If you're 45 or older, the ball's in the red zone to get screened. The key to surviving colon cancer is early detection and prevention. And gang, 45 is a new 50. Get screened for colon cancer now. The Borland Groover Foundation is a non-profit organization devoted to building a healthy and equitable community free from colon cancer. Visit BorlandGrooverFoundation.com for more information.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Guys, feeling deflated in the bedroom? ED, low T, no energy? If your stuff is broken, call 904-STROKEN or 904stroken.com. No shots in the first treatment, now free. Fix your ED at 904stroken.com.
Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
A meal and sparkling conversation.
Helmets and heels.
Mia O'Brien, Lauren Brooks, and Taylor Dahl.
Just behave, okay?
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
I'm Taylor Rose with our Remedy Staffing Westside office off of Normandy Boulevard. We are helping great people find great jobs. Remedy has helped some of the best employers in Jacksonville find talented job seekers like you for over 25 years. Our current job openings range from entry-level distribution center pickers to equipment operators. Apply today at remedygoodjobs.com. Don't wait. Apply at remedygoodjobs.com now.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barr here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barr Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit barrorthopedics.com.
Have you tried golfing at the improved Cimarron Golf Club? If you haven't, tell you what, you're missing out on the best deal in Jacksonville. Now, many of you have received a postcard in the mail, and of course, if you bring that with you, $45 plus tax to play. That includes a cart, lunch, and a beer at the brand new Stone Barrel Tap House. Now, go to the website, that is CimarronGolfClub.com, and sign up for the Wild One Loyalty Program. That's the Wild One Loyalty Program, and get all of these specials emailed to you from Cimarron.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Here we go.
Oh, wow. Exciting.
We were hanging out at St. John's Golf Country Club, Tristan Bailey Foundation Golf Tournament today, so appreciate them having us out here. I saw this, and I wanted to mention it before we get back to our discussion of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this is a good argument as to why we should not have preseason rankings in college football. Number 9, Michigan is 5-4. Number 10, FSU is 1-8. Number 12, Utah is 4-4. Number 16, Oklahoma is 5-4. Number 17, Okie State's 3-6. Number 21, Arizona's 3-6. Number 22, Kansas is 2-6. Number 23, USC is 4-5. And number 24, NC State is 5-4.
I noticed that you didn't really quibble too much with 1 through 9.
1 through 8.
Or 1 through 8.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's not surprising, is it? 1 through 8 usually hold their spot. Usually, in fact, it's amazing that you didn't mention a 1 through 8 in there somewhere.
I would say there usually is a 1 through 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So to some ways, maybe it's more predictable. I think the story in college football that's starting to emerge here is, and it's something we're going to have to address, I'm not sure that the best seed to have in the field going into the tournament wouldn't be to be the 5 seed.
To play 4?
Yeah, because your first round, to get to that Final Four, you're going to get you get to play the lowest of those top seeds.
Okay.
And in this year, it's going to be the Big 12 or ACC is going to make it even worse. With all due respect to Joe U and Miami is not. Listen, no, they're not winning 3 games against top talent.
The preseason poll had, just out of curiosity, because you got me thinking, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, those 3.
Mm-hmm.
Ohio State, by the way, very easily could have lost.
But they haven't. They're a legitimate top 5.
They've lost 1.
I know, but they won at Penn State. So.
Texas.
So far, so good.
Alabama, 2 losses.
Yeah, but not.
Ole Miss, 2 losses.
Yeah.
Notre Dame.
About right.
And Penn State.
About right.
Penn State will here's a tough spot for a program, and this is what happens. Take Penn State.
You can't get rid of James Franklin.
And they want to. Penn State fan would tell you right now the guy is 1-13 against, what is it, top 10 teams?
Yeah. He's lost like 1-10 against Ohio State now.
He's 1-13 against top 10 teams. He wins 9 or 10 every year, and you get spoiled and you get sick of it.
I guess, but I think somebody should call Penn State and say,
"What
are all these national?" That's like part of Penn State's DNA. They don't win national titles. They have. What if Paterno had like 5 undefeated seasons?
Yeah, he got screwed.
Yeah, but they didn't win them.
Well, he got screwed though.
It's part of the DNA. Some of them he got
disagree.
screwed. Maybe not all of them. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd have to know which ones.
Well, if you go undefeated, I mean, you ought to have.
Well, unless 3 do. You got to pick somebody. That's back when they.
Did Georgia take FSU's soul in that bowl game?
No, FSU talked their soul right into purgatory with that ridiculous posturing, attacking ESPN people. When at the end of the day, see, this is why they left you out. This FSU season.
Yeah,
and you lost your. And it would age better too if the rest of the team didn't decide they were just going to quit.
Did you know that Mac Brown had never beaten the Noles?
That's hard to believe.
He was like 0-11.
No, that surprises me. I did not.
I think I read that this weekend. Mac Brown had never
I did not
beaten
know that.
FSU.
Again, there are FCS schools that would, if they played Florida State this week, would beat them. It is amazing.
What has happened?
I don't know. I know I've watched too much Florida State this year, Hick. That's why. Look, Friday 5-pack. What a joke. Carolina 3? Yes, sign me up. They're going to win by 30.
Oof.
They're terrible. The offense is terrible.
FSU goes under the lights this weekend.
Against?
Notre Dame.
Oh, good Lord.
National TV.
Where, at Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. 65-0, Dan.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They will fall to 1-9.
Yeah, it's just, and there's no coming back from it.
They do.
They're not bouncing back next year. Next year's a great year if they go 6-6. And by the way, they don't have the built-in excuse of other power programs trying to rebuild. They got a cupcake schedule. They're 1-9 against Terra. If Florida was playing their schedule, they'd be 8-1 or 7-2, wouldn't they?
Man, it's bad.
It's bad. Like I said, the Gators have been a disaster, okay, for years, okay? And I'm telling you right now, a month out, I said the same thing last week, Florida will beat the hell out of them.
Well, I hope you're right. But I will say
they're terrible.
I will say this, and I haven't watched as much FSU as you have, but we're going to have to get a different quarterback then.
No. They could play the game without a quarterback.
Might have to go Wildcat.
You could put an offensive tackle at quarterback and Florida would win the game.
Might have to go Wildcat.
You could play the punter at quarterback and the Gators will win the game. Wow. FSU is the worst college football team I've seen in years.
Oh, boy.
From a Power 5 league.
That was not a pretty sight in time.
I mean, I'm talking about it's not just they're losing, it's who they're losing to, how they're losing. They're terrible.
All right. Anyway, back to the Jaguars. Speaking of terrible, as the Jags fall to 2-7, now number 2 in the Tankathon. Congratulations, number 2 overall pick. So clap it up for that. That's exciting. Got that to look.
Well, you can't take Travis Hunter there, I guess.
You can't.
You can. You can't take him one. Don't take a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Let's go big, safe, big guy who can bust like Jokel or Harvey or somebody like that. Let's don't take a playmaker. Let's don't get Justin Jefferson. Hey, listen, I mean, Tristan Wirfs is awesome. You want him or CeeDee Lamb? I mean, at some point, not taking a receiver or not taking a guy 2 or 3 because, well, then you're just passing up a playmaker for the hope of another Walker Little or Anton Harrison.
Well, let me just put it this way. If the current regime is picking, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, who knows?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They'll pick the wrong.
Yeah, and I am afraid.
Draft talk!
I feel like we're getting closer.
Draft talk!
I feel like we're getting closer and closer and closer to the point that it's just a guarantee that the coach will be gone and the GM will stay. That's what I feel like. Yeah. Doug Peterson's going to lose his job. He's coached his right out of town. He's coached his way right out of town.
Yeah, most likely. But again, who told Shad this is the best team they've ever had here?
It had to be those guys.
One of them did.
Yeah. I'm guessing, that sounds like a Balky play, right?
GM.
That's a Balky play. Yeah, Balky's the only – Balky's got the lack of self-awareness to tell the owner that. I don't feel like Doug would go sauntering in his flip-flops and visor and tell him that.
I'm locked into Trevor Lawrence. I would bring Trevor Lawrence in.
Who do you want? Get rid of all
Trevor.
Are these guys clowns like they look?
Put on your truth hat, bro.
Yeah.
I think
won't leave the room.
Yeah. I need to know. You got to tell me what's going on. What am I not seeing? Why do we suck? I need to know.
And Trevor's such a nice kid. You got to say, get rid of him. Trevor, cut both of them for your own sake.
Yeah.
We need new eyes and ears and plans. I think this team could turn it around quick.
Trevor,
with the right coach in place, they could be 10-7 again next year like this.
Trevor,
because they're close.
This is your legacy, bro. I mean, if you're going to let this franchise, bury you. And again, I don't know that he's done enough on his part, but we're tied into him.
Well, for sure.
He ain't going anywhere. So we need to know. We need to know.
And by the way, if you're taking your chances at this point, you've got a franchise right now. You're anywhere America. All right, I'm going to let you start a franchise. You're going to have Doug Peterson or Trevor Lawrence. It's 32-0.
Yes.
I mean, it's clear which one of those guys offers you more promise.
Trevor Lawrence, if the Jaguars said, okay, we're releasing Trevor Lawrence, he would be scooped up like that. Doug Peterson gets fired.
No.
What's he going to coach? You think somebody's going to hire him as an OC?
Beaches flag football, maybe, or
I think he's going to go join ABCC and hang out here.
Maybe
for the next 10 years.
Probably.
That's what I think.
We got the best retirement plan in football.
We got a lot of good
Come to
guys
Jacksonville,
here.
get overpaid, and then kick
folks.
back and sip on Coronas for the next 30.
A lot of good peeps out
We
here.
got Fred Taylor next.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be happy.
The
Monday morning running back.
Tough
next.
questions for Freddie T.
Sure.
Tough questions.
Sure.
We're at the St. John's Golf Country Club. tbstrong.org for all your information about the Tristan Bailey Foundation. Did I get that right, Maddie? You're darn right I did. This is the drill.
The weekly Pick'em contest.
Is this what I think it is?
Make the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park. Pick the worst. You'll still win some pizza, just not enough for a party.
Flip a coin.
Make your picks at 1010XL.com.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices. And I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, Hicken here for my friends at Beaches Dermatology. Nobody better in all of Jacksonville in taking care of our skin. Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader, all the wonderful people up front. They're there to help you. They're there to remind you to take care of your skin, to protect it from the sun if the sun ever comes out in Jacksonville again, right? You got to wear the long sleeve dry fits, the floppy hats, the sunscreen. Protect yourself. The sun here, even in the wintertime, can be brutal, right? And if you do notice something on your skin, that's when you go to Beaches Dermatology, and they're real easy to get a hold of. Just go online at beachesdermatology.com. They will help you. They've been taking care of me for years. I appreciate them. beachesdermatology.com.
Former Jaguars corner and first-year head football coach at Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows, K-12, Aaron Beasley here. Are you looking for an A-rated K-12 school prioritizing academics, arts, and athletics? Duval Charter School at Bay Meadows offers a rigorous curriculum to develop strong minds with an additional focus on growing good hearts. DCSB has been an A school for 8 years, and our tuition is free. Now enrolling. Apply at baymeadowscharter.org.
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
I've known Glenn Cohen for a long time as a friend and a lawyer. Persistent and fair, Glenn and his firm have represented clients from North Florida and South Georgia for over 40 years in all kinds of personal injury cases. If I had such a case, call Glenn at Barnes, Cohen, and Sullivan.
Post-game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. You gotta just love this time of the year as we reflect on the things that matter most. Families, homes, the holidays, and of course football. They're very grateful for you, all the good people of Jacksonville, and they want to thank you. So get ready for the holidays. Book today, and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 a room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning. This one fills up fast, so book now on both carpet and tile. Zero Res, spell it forwards or backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Huddle up this season at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. Enjoy their famous wings, new cocktails, and happy hour deals at the perfect spot to catch all the football action. Escape the ordinary. HurricaneWings.com.
Joe C. for CSS Fireplaces and Outdoor Living. There's nothing like the ambiance of a custom-built fireplace. The team at CSS can design and install the perfect setup, including wood, gas, and electric models, whether you want the elegance of an indoor fireplace or the warmth of an outdoor fire pit. You dream it, they build it. Visit their showroom or online at cssfireplaces.com.
You dream it, we build it. CSS.
Are you an experienced plumber or welder with MedGas certification and you're tired of being undervalued? It's time to make the move to Local 234 plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC technicians. With the best pay in the business, you'll earn $36.50 an hour. With benefits, that's almost $50. It's not just a job, it's a career that values you. Join the team that's got your back. Local 234, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit UA234.com to send your resume today.
Equal opportunity employer. Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit WeKeepJacksRollin.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Ride the hurricane wave as the storm brews in South Beach.
Keeping you closer to the U with news and notes from the Orange and Green on the Hurricane Report on 1010XL.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jacks Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguars had the football at the Philly 13 with 1:42 to go and threw an interception in the end zone to close out the ball game. Doug Peterson in the postgame, why did they not take what the defense gave them?
Yeah, no, we, with the time left, we had talked about it on the sideline to kind of slow the pace there at the end. You know, and it's just something you got to try to do, right? You can try to, you stay in bounds, or if it's incomplete, you play another down, whatever it is. But still, the bottom line is, too, we still needed to score. And felt good, too, with the way our defense had played. They would give us a shot.
Doug Peterson in the postgame. Jaguars fall in Philly, 28-23. The final. The Jags are now 2-7. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
Presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it. Now, Dan and Jeff hand it off to our halfback.
Fred Taylor, every time he touches it, he's a candidate to go the distance.
Monday morning running back with Fred Taylor is fueled by Epstein & Robbins DUI defense firm and Monahan Jewelers on 1010XL.
What I like about Freddie T is that he keeps us calm and rational. He really does.
Too. Yeah, that's fair.
But I've kind of gotten to the irrational point of the season now at 2-7, and so I'm chock full of, if you've been listening, you've been hearing us talk about all these issues, and so as we welcome him to the program, Freddie, we're going to fire some questions at you here, man, that we need answers on, and we need the player perspective, because some of the stuff that happened yesterday, man, I just don't get. I don't get, buddy.
Fire away, Jeff. Let's go, man. I'll stay ready.
I appreciate it. Hey, listen, let's start with the last offensive play. I mean, we got 1:40 to go. As players and coaches, don't the coaches have to be aware, if we get a touchdown, we get ahead, but we don't necessarily win because there's 1:40. We're not in a big hurry. We're on the 13. We don't have to throw it to the third-string running back in the end zone. It just smacked a little bit of desperation, Fred.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great call if we score. Go down, play defense, man up, and win the ball game. And that's usually, it's a great call if there's execution. It becomes a poor call when it ends in the result as it ended in. I thought Trevor had a few other options on the play. So let me start by saying it's not a it wasn't a bad play call. Last night on the show, post game, I said I thought it was a bad play call, and I wanted to actually go back and say what I'm saying now. It's not necessarily a bad play call. It's bad because of the lack of execution, but I think overall there were a few other options. I went and looked back. Evan Ingram, he had a little bit of room he could have worked with. I think if, Trevor had thrown somewhat of a outside back shoulder sort of type play to give Dearness Johnson an opportunity to try and make an adjustment on a back shoulder, then it would have been better and made the play call look a little better. Maybe they had caught it on the 2 or 3 yard line if it had executed. So it looks really bad when it ends in that result. I personally would have attempted a run play. You have first down, 1:42 left, tons of time. I didn't go back to view how many timeouts Philly had remaining. I believe they had 1 or 2. And I would have run the ball. I would have even run it right there at 2:11 down to the 2-minute warning. But they go pass, 2-minute warning. Now you have a third down. You get a pretty favorable pass interference call on. So it took me back to 1998 versus Tampa. It was somewhat of the similar scenario. We had 71 yards to go. They only had 52 yards or so to go. And Coach Coughlin called a draw. I ran behind Tony. 71 yards later, I was in the end zone. So we kind of sped things up, but that was the mindset. Let's just run it down to the 2-minute, then get it in 2-minute offense.
Fred, there's no way to get around the offense. There's no way to get around the offense's struggles. I mean, this is like, I think, the fifth game that they're down 10-0 out of the gate. So my question to you is, let's take away the executional issues that happen anywhere. Like, right, players are never completely perfect in pulling plays off. I take it past that. It feels like whether it's the playbook or the play calling, this offense system and scheme, the world has passed it by. Or is that too definitive a statement? Playbook, play calling, why is the offense as impotent as it's been, especially early?
Doug said it last night. Situationally, they have to be better. Even maybe reconsidering their opening script, their top 15, because obviously the top 15 isn't working as fast as they would like for it to work. There hasn't been a game this entire year where we've seen the offense just march down the field on an opening script and make points. I mean, even 3 is a struggle to get 3 points. And I'm talking back-to-back series most times. So the top 15 isn't necessarily scripted in their favor. Let's just call it that way. And maybe they need to reconsider that. Maybe they should say, let's come out and go 2-minute offense. To start, or go not 2 minutes, but an up-tempo, faster pace.
Yeah.
It seems that Trevor thrives a bit better that way. The offense moves it a bit better that way. Maybe they can sort of force the defense's hand in that sort of mode. So, there's a lot of things to look at. Right now, I mentioned it last night, you're at 9 games, you're 2-7. There are 7 other teams or 6 other teams that are 2-7 at the race to the bottom to see who's going to get the first pick. It seems. I think you go out there, you don't tank the season, but I think you can open things up to where you're trying to continue to find the strengths of your players that you have. So they're in a position where they can try new stuff.
Right.
And it doesn't necessarily hurt them. It doesn't necessarily hurt them. The season is what it is at this point.
Freddie Taylor's our guest, so it's not crazy to say, all right, fellas, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come out on our first drive, and we're going no huddle, up-tempo, and we're going to just throw the ball around and see how it works, and we're going to try to play, because that seems to be when it works best. Now, there are other factors that are involved. I know if you're down 2 scores, teams getting a little bit of prevent stuff, et cetera, et cetera. And I know the Vikings present all kinds of different looks on defense. I know they like to do that. So, but nonetheless, at this point, try anything, something. But as a player, that's not crazy then. It's not crazy to come out and say, okay, we're going to go up-tempo, no huddle here to start the game.
Yeah, I mean, we've done it. I've done it plenty times back in the past. So it's within reason to say that. It's not like far-fetched or way out. But if this is a league full of analytics, like the computers are breaking down the percentages that teams are doing X, Y, Z. Right. And if I am breaking down the Minnesota Vikings, for example, and I'm going to get a report that says on first down, this is what they like. Second down, this is what they like. Third down, this is a high percentage. I'm going to populate my plays accordingly. And that's the top 15 script. And then if I am the Vikings on the flip side, I'm going to get that same report. I'm going to report myself. Now I'm going to go in and say maybe I'm going to give it a different look so that we don't show our tendencies or don't give our tendencies away. So I'm going to reverse manufacture what the other team is getting so I can sort of lessen the chances of me running certain things or the chance of me being exposed. So it's still a chess match, but it's more of a digital chess match as opposed to back in the day. You just had to break it down on film yourself. So, I mean, teams aren't going to always give you what you think they're going to give you. They're smarter than that. And then you have to execute when you get it. You have to catch plays. You have to hold on to the ball. You have to run proper reps. You have to be precise in the passing. So it's a whole lot more that the Jaguars need to work on.
I think the cliche we use most often, Fred, is a coach, quote, losing the locker room. But let me ask you the question more this way. At what point does the team start losing confidence that this guy's going to draw up a winning game plan, man? Y'all are all professional football players. I know when you go 3-12 in your last 15 on a team that had gone 13-4 in its previous 17, you're searching for answers. Just talk about the difficulty of a losing team. I can maybe go to 0-2, a team that's going down the stretch and the difficulties and basically no fun zone that becomes.
Yeah, no, there are frustrations in the locker room, but I don't think they're at a state where they're saying they're ready to give up on the play callers, whether it be the head coach or the assistant coaches. They're not there. You can see there's fight in these guys. They are 5 games they've lost between 1 to 5 points. They're not getting blown out. If you're getting blown out each and every week, there was a lip reading moment for Dak Prescott yesterday. He said, "We suck." And that's frustration. That's players saying,
he said, "We bleeping suck," by the way.
Yeah, but, also, he did say that. But there's also a part of that where he says, in your mind, you believe, man, we're better than this. But we effing suck. Like I said it, like, man, Freddie, you suck, bro. Because it's in that brief moment, you sense a brief letdown, but you truly, you don't suck. Like, you're not just awful. And they're not getting blown out. So I don't think there's a chance that the locker room will be lost anytime soon. There are games where Doug ain't out there playing. Doug ain't throwing the ball. Doug ain't dropping an interception or dropping passes. So you have to also give him credit when credit's due. And when he put them in great situations, they have to execute. And then when they're not in the best situation, they have to find a way to make adjustments as players. And a lot of times that comes from the quarterback position. If he doesn't like something, and maybe he's matured enough where he can say, you know what, I'm gonna check out of this or override this because I see something better. That's just the beauty of being, the franchise guy. Sometimes you got to say, hey, this is my show. Let me make the play.
I would have liked to be sitting next to you yesterday, Fred Taylor, when Saquon Barkley had a play for the ages.
It's a video game.
Just to watch your reaction, and I'm curious what your reaction was when you saw Saquon make one guy miss, spin another guy, and then
it's a juke machine is what he is. He's a jukebox
over a third guy. Did your jaw drop? Or you were a human highlight film. Tell me about that.
Yeah, no, certainly the best play from the running back position that I've ever seen.
Wow.
I mean, I can say that easily.
Wow.
I mean, we've seen Barry do some stuff, so it was very much Barry Sanders-ish. And the beauty in it, and a lot of people won't know this, but yes, it was a 14-yarder. It didn't go to the house.
Sure.
But just to make the guy miss, then to spin the reverse way.
Right.
It was a reverse spin. Most times you spin to your right or to your, he's a right-hander, you spin outside. For him to be able to spin back inside and do it again, with a hurdle and a hurdle spin hybrid. The part that I like about that play the most, regardless of all those moves, he finished forward. He finished 3 yards after the spin forward, going upfield. Nobody ain't gonna talk about that. They're not gonna. Talk about the reverse spin.
We may never see another backwards hop either, like a backwards hurdle. We may never see another.
Freddie called it a hurdle spin hybrid.
Yeah, it's a hurdle spin hybrid with a forward finish, with a forward lean.
It's a 10. Judge Taylor gives him a 10.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I gave that one a 15. It was too amazing. It was great.
Boy.
And unfortunately, the highlight is gonna have my team on it for decades.
Yeah. Well, we already are forever etched with the Derrick Henry 99-yard. But every now and then when I want to feel good about my Jags, I'll just go pull out. I loved your 90-yarder was great, but it was the little pass, 33-yard, 38-yard pass where you made about 6 guys miss. It's still one of my favorites in the Dolphin game. Just so
cover zero screen. Just turn around and take it to the house.
Make them look silly. Make them look silly,
That
Fred.
was good. That was good. Well, we got to pick up the pieces. We got 8 more games, so there's no turning back, man. We're in. We got the Vikings coming to town. Then we got to go. Oh, good Lord, we got to go to Detroit.
Ooh, Motor City.
Oh boy. We'll try to figure things out here and somehow, some way, get a victory and feel good again. But hello, darkness, my old friend.
Thank you. Thank you, Fred.
Thank you, man.
See you guys.
I'm wondering if while we're in Detroit, maybe in a couple of weeks, if we start putting the plan in place now, can we kidnap their offensive coordinator and just bring him home with us?
We probably ought to take him. We could take Brunell.
Any of them.
Take them all.
Yeah.
Take the whole offensive staff.
And by the way, we're so excited about Etienne and Bigsby. Yeah, it's B-League, buddy. You want to see a real prime contending Gibbs and Montgomery. Those are men. We got guys running around. Ooh, it's exciting. Ooh, Bigsby had a 100-yard game. Look at us.
Yeah.
They got 2 of those jokers up there running over and through everybody.
Yeah.
It's a real measuring stick. And by the way, remember they won the Green Bay game, but they didn't get into the playoffs. But, man, they finished strong. And they've come back, and they've just been hungry and going on up. Not the little furry kitty cats down here drinking milk.
They had – we're talking about the Lions.
Milk in a saucer is what we're drinking
today. You can go look up the score against the Niners in the NFC Championship game where they were up.
They had the game won.
2 touchdowns maybe at the half. 2.
I don't know, but
it was big.
They were up.
It would surprise you how big they were up. I looked at it. And they let that one get away. And what it has done, and
a lot of time that can kill you. It's done it to the Jags a bunch.
Right. Credit Dan Campbell, who has got them more inspired than ever to try to win a Super Bowl for that city, which would be it would be like us. It'd be the same thing. They've had a longer stretch.
Sure. Yeah,
longer stretch.
They're one of the onlys that been around for 100 years almost. Don't have one, them in Cleveland.
Yep. That's Freddie T. We'll take a break. We'll keep it rolling, heading to the 9 o'clock nasty. But maybe we'll show some
I doubt it. It's the Monday morning quarterback, divorcemen only.
Son of a beasting!
He may have started his career somewhere else, but he found his home in Duval.
Join me, Jeff Lageman, for Check to Tape Tuesday on Jaguars Today.
Brought to you by JacksNapaAutoCareGroup.com. Go to the pros Napa know-how on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service. On time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida. And don't let the state decide your fate.
This is David Lane. After suffering through several painful injuries to my shoulder, back, and knees, I've taken my issues to Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and without fail, they've been a tremendous help towards solving my problems. If you have any orthopedic situations, don't procrastinate. Take action today. Give those aches and pains to the pros at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. You'll be glad you did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Man, have you been thinking about selling your home, but all you see potentially in front of you are problems? And you can sell for a variety of reasons. Maybe you need more space for your office or growing family. Maybe you want maximum equity for your home, but you're really not sure how. No matter what your problems are, we have the solutions, and they come with promises. We are Chad and Sandy and ChadandSandy.com. Trust them. Your home sold, guaranteed, or they will buy it. That's a promise that you can count on. You know that Chad and Sandy are going to deliver because your home will be sold at an agreed-upon price and deadline, or they will buy it. No required costly repairs. Pick your move date. No long-term contracts. There are success stories all over the First Coast. Justin and Palatka, I was trapped in a mortgage with my ex-wife on a home that didn't sell for 184 days with another realtor. Hired Chad and Sandy, multiple offers in 7 days, sold and closed in 16. It's that easy. Go to ChadandSandy.com. That's ChadandSandy.com or 414-6200.
Home of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Man, jack of all trades, masters of none? It just feels like at every turn nowadays, every company can do all work. Not us. Hi, Stevie Beatrice here, second-generation plumber right here in Jacksonville, Florida. We are your master plumbing company that only focuses on all your plumbing needs. So for your next plumbing job, don't call another Jack. Call Beatrice Plumbing, where plumbing is what we do and plumbing is what we're great at. Beatrice Plumbing, here to help.
Go! Family, football, and Friday night traditions connect the past with the present.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
With Hacker and Andrew Gibson. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and I'm hoping everyone had a profitable weekend betting on my bookie. And you know what tonight is? Monday Night Football. No Chris Godwin, no Mike Evans, but the Tampa Bay Buccaneers travel to Kansas City to take on them Chiefs. And the Chiefs are favored by 8.5 points with an over-under total of around 45.5. The Bucs' Cade Otton was the de facto #1 receiver in targets last week, and the Chiefs generally are weak on defending the tight end. Right now, you can bet Cade Otton to score 1 or more touchdowns, paying plus 210. That means if you bet 100 and he scores, you're getting paid 220 smackaroos. My bookie has the best sign-up bonus in the industry for Florida bettors. Our listeners can sign up using my promo code 1010XL and claim a double deposit bonus up to $1,000. That promo code again is 1010XL to claim that double deposit bonus. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere, and make this season your winning season with my bookie. Come on, somebody.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
New and pre-owned firearms are in stock at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach. Want a new sidearm or rifle? Brands like Kimber, Smith & Wesson, 6 Hour, Beretta. No lines, no hassle. Only at Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach.
They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. This update brought to you by St. Nicholas Guns and Range and your First Coast Honda dealers. The Yulee Bulldozer Derrick Henry is playing like the MVP of the National Football League. Henry scored the 100th and 101st rushing touchdowns of his career on Sunday against the Broncos. Henry also surpassed the 1,000-yard mark on the ground yesterday for the 6th time in his career, and he scored in every game this season, joining now the 3rd player to manage at least 10 rushing touchdowns in 7 consecutive years. He joins the great LaDainian Tomlinson and Adrian Peterson. Florida basketball tips off the season tonight in Jacksonville, 8:30 on 1010 AM. 74 degrees at 9:03. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the...
They're bringing a posse.
I know. We got a gang here. Take a little respite. We got to take a little respite away from Jack's talk.
Oh, goodness.
Too depressing. We got to
we roll
be
deep.
uplifted.
Sure.
We roll deep.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Maddie Hinson's here. Forrest Bailey. 9:04. Good morning. That used to matter too.
Yeah, it used to be a battle cry.
It's going to change.
Now it's like a submission call.
It's going to change to boo-vol pretty soon.
Oh, I see what you did there.
It's here.
Well done.
Hey, Dan, real quickly,
yes,
just
sir.
interrupt. I do have to make a public service announcement and remind you.
PSA.
Please stay away from Matt if he's behind the wheel of a golf cart today.
Thank you.
That happens.
Thank you.
Yeah, there's stories.
Thank you.
We're going to bring that up.
There's stories from the past.
I show you the mark.
How's your foot, Dan? How's your foot?
Doctor said another 6 months should be okay. Matt Hinson once ran over my foot.
I remember. I think it kind of helped your shoe game, though. Your shoe game's gotten better in the last year.
You know, it's so funny that people have been complimenting me on this particular.
Because you don't know anything about him. Somebody bought him for you.
No, I go to 100%. Amazon. I get white sneakers.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
Sure.
At least you listen.
Put them on with my suits.
And you buy the special insert because I ran over your foot.
I do have the special insert. No. How we doing?
We're doing great today.
Yeah.
Really had an amazing turnout out there.
Yes.
Really appreciative. Sheriff Hardwick was out, and he hit the first
I saw that.
shot.
Word is he didn't hit it well.
The first one, the second
just asking.
Mulligan.
He saved that first ball,
okay.
And he was helping us to sell Mulligan. So, he's always supportive.
Nice.
He's always a step ahead.
You know what? But along the lines, in all seriousness, the way the county, and in this case the sheriff, have been so on board and behind you, and I know that's probably been a big, that made it a lot easier to get this thing rolling like you want it to be.
Well, we had the flyover today.
Yeah,
I mean, they flew over. The sheriff's department helicopter flew over right after the national anthem, right before he hit his shot. Didn't make him any more nervous. But
and we also have state attorney's office. RJ was out there today too.
Great.
I mean, as you're saying, this community is just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And they've turned up and they've done so much. And I was just actually catching up with Leslie, our treasurer, the other night. And
shout out, treasurer.
Yeah, like what we did last year, we have been able to get almost everything back into the community. I think it's.
And we talked about that earlier this morning, you and I.
Yeah.
And how rewarding that is for you.
It really is.
But what's amazing is what your family has done to shine a light on so many things that need to be shined on, and take this tragic situation and find some light in it. So we appreciate you guys so very much for all that you do. Tell folks about the foundation, though, because we can never tell them enough.
Certainly. So, after Tristan was murdered and taken from us, we took a lot of what was given to us in support, and we wanted to turn it back. And so, our foundation has 4 pillars. A lot of it is actually Tristan was an athlete in the cheer thing, so recognizing that good type of camaraderie. But we focused a lot on self-defense for women.
Yes.
So with the St. John's Sheriff's Office and their Women Against Violence Encounters program, social media awareness, and we had a thing down at Bartram, I want to say it was 2 weeks ago, had probably 120 people there, parents and kids.
I love the
learning
practicality. It's not just like a think tank.
Right.
Oh, we should all be nicer. We should all, that only works so far. This is like practical, hands-on, do this, do that, don't do this, don't do that. That registers. That has impact.
And the communication. So having the kids in the audience asking questions of Homeland Security investigators, St. John's Sheriff's Office about the things that they're running into and seeing, you can see they're going home and having conversations with their parents. So that was great. And then lastly, we've done quite a bit around victims advocacy. So we had the bill signed last year, and we had the Jumbo Shrimp game where we're working, on bringing families together, looking to do something with the Iceman soon. So we're so appreciative of this community, and days like today are fun, which actually is great for us because that honors our daughter's spirit.
Right.
I'm sure there's happiness is not the right word, but you become more and more peace. Each year we see you're stronger, you're better equipped for the future moving forward, and I'm just wondering how much the foundation affected you and back and forth and having this, as a...
It's a lot.
As a project.
I mean, honestly, it's very important to us. We learned early on when you experience this type of this loss, you never heal from it.
Right.
People use the term healing.
No.
But you learn how to deal. And we're dealing. We get stronger as the days and years go by. Doesn't mean that, we don't have horrifically bad days on occasion, but we're finding that we're putting pain into purpose and really starting to do things that we don't know who it's going to help, but the things we're doing is going to help somebody one day.
Right.
And that helps me sleep sometimes at night because it's a struggle to overcome the evil that you can run into.
Yeah, well, we marvel at you and your family. And Maddie, I know you've been along for the ride here and mean a lot to them and continue to help them out. And spreading it not just out of St. Johns County, but into the other areas here in our listening community.
Yeah, we're moving into. I know that Force and the family met with Sheriff T.K. Waters up in Jacksonville. Yeah. We're going to be working with them in the foundation. And one of the things, and this is advertisement time, by the way.
Okay.
We have to thank our partners.
He's like the NASCAR driver who just won the race.
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme, Texaco, Haviland, 4 Thunderbirds running good today.
Yeah. So the Sterling Roofing Metro Diner, the Vibe, started out the golf tournament really well, and we've got to thank them. But seriously, Sterling Roofing stepped up. They're our title sponsor of the tournament again. Metro Diner is back here, handing out breakfast and also donating.
I saw DeVoli out here.
Oh, yeah, he was out here getting ready for golf. And then the Vibe Nutrition, Cool Eddie's, Monarch Settlements, the truck accident law firm, Meridian Race, Premier Plumbing. We've also got Island Wings out here doing a cornhole tournament this afternoon. That'll be a lot of fun for this afternoon, because this afternoon it's not just golf.
Good point.
We're not just here for golf. We're here for celebrating families and family time.
Yeah. You can come out this afternoon still and hang out here at St. John's Golf and have a good time, and a lot of family out here as well.
Oh, yeah. Bounce houses, a lot of presentations, a lot of fun things for the kids to just be involved in. It'll be great.
Well, you got the whole clan here.
Yeah.
So congratulations to all of them. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can see everybody.
Yep, that's
so
right.
Everybody wave. Everybody wave.
Wave
say
goodbye.
hello. Thank you for all that you do. It's tbstrong.org. Is that right, Maddie?
That's right.
tbstrong.org. Don't go to Tristan Bailey Foundation. Just go tbstrong.org. That's what Maddie tells me all the time.
And we're working on revamping our website, actually.
Yeah.
It might
Website's
be
great,
today.
but it's
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be better.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, God bless all y'all. Appreciate you. Forrest, love you. Love all that you do. Love your family. Thank you for everything.
Well, and I can't ever express how much I appreciate the way that you guys have supported us.
Shoot.
I know it's, we're fired up talking about sports earlier today.
Yeah, we're a little fired up.
I'm still trying to plug that, I hope the Seminoles turn it around. I got a cousin in there. So,
his cousin is
starting lineman.
Yeah, was getting in there and playing.
No, the impressive part is he came from Harvard. He got Harvard. That's what impressed me.
Yeah.
The offensive line part, not so. Yeah.
Well, he made a decision.
Hey, come on, the offensive line is normally where the breaks are.
I got you.
Frost, and he also made a decision to leave Harvard and go to FSU.
Also,
that one we
yeah.
got to check with him on.
But after he graduated Harvard, right?
He could.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Graduate, got the degree.
Okay.
So.
All right.
But thank you guys so much for having us on. It's actually, I always look forward to it because we have a lot of fun with you guys and have a chance to recognize how great this community is. So thank you.
Amen.
Well, as you know, I'm a part of this community, live right around the corner, and I certainly know the effect and impact and that we've all felt from this. And, continue to overcome it as best you can with positivity. So appreciate y'all.
Well, thanks for tolerating us knuckleheads.
All right. Now we get 9 o'clock nasty when we come back.
Cover your ears.
Yeah, this is
back on the board. It's the Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
Get closer to campus and the biggest games of the weekend.
I'm Matt Hayes. We'll break down the players, games, and storylines
on the Bueller Air and Plumbing College Kickoff, Friday evening at 6. Brought to you by Sonny's Barbecue on 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Bold City AC, heating that rules.
Is your AC ready for the holidays? Bold City Heating and Air ensures your AC stays in tip-top shape. We know that a clean AC is a healthy AC. Upgrade yours for just $96 a month and enjoy free duct cleanings with your new system. Plus, ask about our 0% financing options.
Bold City AC, we got the crew. Bold City AC.
Visit boldcityac.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey, Hicken here for Lockhart Construction. That's a long-time Jacksonville business. I've told you about them for years, right? Shane Lockhart's dad started the company. Shane's guys all from here taking care of people who live here, people like the Hickens. And the Hickens love the Lockharts because the Lockharts do fantastic work, man. Not just, clients, but friends. Fast, friendly, affordable, clean. They're in your house. They're terrific people. They've done numerous projects at my house. Did my son's siding. I've done a lot of friends' work, too. Give the Lockhart family a call. Their family will give your family a better living experience. I say you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. You got a need, a construction need, a remodel idea, give Shane a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. 994-3865.
If your ride is making strange noises, don't wait and make it worse. Come to Action Transmission on Merrill Road. My expert technicians can diagnose the problem and likely fix it fast. Experience the difference at Action Transmission on Merrill Road.
Don't be sidelined from an injury that keeps you out of the game. Get the care the pros receive. Now available at Injury Care Centers, newly FDA regenerative treatments that will significantly shorten your recovery time. Sprains, strains, fractures, post-op surgeries, cut your recovery time in half or shorter. Masking pain just makes it worse. Fix it now. Call 904-783-0008. That's 904-783-0008. Injury care starts at Injury Care Centers.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?"
I'm so over this.
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Call State Farm agent Margie Williams in Jacksonville at 296-2500.
Have you or someone you care about been arrested or had their driver's license taken away? I'm Susan Cohen, and I work with David Robbins at the law firm of Epstein & Robbins. We are experienced fighters for those charged with DUI and all criminal offenses. I've been named the best DUI attorney in the state, and David has been named the best criminal defense lawyer in Jacksonville. In your battle with the justice system, there is only one thing you need to know. Dial David 24/7 at Epstein & Robbins, 354-5645.
Get closer to nature.
Trying to get close to these bucks out here.
Jeff Lageman, Captain Kevin Favor, and Captain Kirk Waltz. The Nimnicht Outdoor Show. Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. Saturday morning 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
I'm Jeff Middlecoff with Trustline Mortgage. My business partners, Alan Tyre, Bill Pappas, and Ken Rimley, have been helping first-time home buyers with their mortgage financing all over Florida for 34 years. First-time home buyers can get no or low down payments, anywhere from 0 to 3.5% down. As a first-time home buyer with Trustline Mortgage, you get added benefits for doing your loan with us, like lower rates on your mortgage insurance and lower closing costs. Oh, and did I forget to mention that Trustline gives first-time home buyers better mortgage interest rates? Here's the bottom line. Trustline Mortgage wants to help first-time home buyers accomplish your goal of home ownership. That's why Trustline Mortgage is offering the best first-time home buyer benefits around, period. Trustline Mortgage delivers with no and low down payments, lower closing costs, and better interest rates. Call Trustline Mortgage today at 381-LOAN. Yes, 381-LOAN to find out how we can help you buy your dream home. Or visit our website at trustlinemortgage.com. Trust your instincts and follow the line to Trustline Mortgage.
Certain restrictions apply. See office for details. Trustline is an equal housing opportunity. MLS number 331480.
Hey, Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Broughton, currently called upon for his expert opinion, one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area. He's the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. They're keeping the First Coast focused. That's Bout 9 Associates.
This is Walker Little of your Jacksonville Jaguars for Kingfish Pest Control. I've been a Kingfish customer for a while now and can confirm that their service is incredible. Not only do they protect my family from pests, Kingfish's office staff is the friendliest around. They even email me a photo of the tech before arriving at my home. Kingfish Pest Control is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Be sure to enter their Swat That Kick sweepstakes for free pest control for 3 years. Go to kingfishpest.com and tell them Walker Little sent you.
1 second left. Packers are down by 6 at the goal line. Your defense is the only thing stopping them from scoring. Is your team prepared? Double Check Cybersecurity has your back. With an AI-powered defense, start your 14-day trial at doublecheck.com.
Hey, Hicken here for Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code JAX, J-A-X, to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's promo code JAX to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Just another manic Monday. So disappointing. I really am, Dan. I don't know if we've done it justice. We speak around it and towards it and on it, and it's kind of Captain Obvious. But, dude, I can expect maybe and even understand having a 13-4 season and following it up by going 3-14. I mean, it happens. Mm-hmm. But not like how this one just happened. Not going to the playoffs and then by dominating the second half of 22 and then starting the first half of 2023, put an exclamation point on your growth and what you're doing, and having that stretch of football from that middle of 2022 to the middle of 2023 being literally the same record as the Chiefs. One of the top couple of teams in the league, beating good teams, losing in the playoffs by 7 to the world champion Kansas City Chiefs. And then just like that, go 3-12 in the next 15.
Right.
Without major changes, without coaching changes or a quarterback need or it's basically there's no reason for the growth to have been stunted other than malpractice by the guys running the team. And instead of taking us from a place to vault even further forward out of 2022, they have crushed us. I mean, they just crushed us, and we're to the point now you can't keep doing the same things. Guys got to go, man. Whether it's the coach, the GM, both. You got to make major changes. Offensive coordinator should be fired this morning. That's how the league works, Dan. We're not being crazy and overreactive. What are we doing here? Somebody do something major. Somebody send a message to this football team that this is unacceptable. Tell Doug Peterson, fire your offensive coordinator or I'm firing you. He doesn't like that. That didn't work well in Philly. Apparently, Philly was smart. Philly was smart. Philly was right. We tend to back Doug Peterson, a Super Bowl winning coach. But I look now at what happened in Philly, and I know their owner is very difficult, but I can't blame him.
I don't blame him either. And if I don't know, Shad Khan has not had success as an owner. His record is like 30% victories. He's tried a bunch of things. I don't question his desire to win in terms of his willingness to spend money. I think he listens to the wrong people about football. And I don't think he has enough of the right people telling him stuff about football. And when you don't know the game, and I'm not saying I would be any better, by the way, but when you don't know the game, it makes it that much more tough. And so if you can find a guy that you trust, which I think he must have, obviously, with Trent Baalke, I think that he relies on that guy. I think that's a mistake. I think everyone thinks that's a mistake. So here we are now. I think there should be meetings every Monday. I think that we should be talking. I think there should be incredible heat on this whole organization. If I have to get rid of people, I have to get rid of people.
I'd like a total house cleaning myself. While we still have a good young nucleus, there's enough talent here. I think fresh eyes, fresh schemes, they can win 12 games next year. I'm not kidding.
I'm tied to Trevor Lawrence because of what you guys said. Not that I don't want to be. I think Trevor Lawrence's best football is still in front of him, but I would be talking to him. I would be talking to Josh Hines-Allen, and I'd be saying, all right, you guys tell me what this is unacceptable. Why is this happening?
Josh Hines-Allen's ears were burning last week because he responded with one of his best games.
Yes, yeah.
I were questioning him, and he had a 2-sack game yesterday. Yeah, and around the football a lot.
He needed to, and he hasn't had a bad year. He just hasn't piled up the sacks. But, again, you were paid a ton of money to, one of the problems around here is we come back with, this guy, like here's a question. Here's a question. Why in the hell, when last week we needed to come back and Trevor brought him back and had all those guys out injured, we went with Evan Ingram as sort of a wide receiver and Brenton Strange as a tight end.
And they didn't do it yesterday.
What happened to that?
Brenton Strange did even play?
I don't know. Why would we rather go?
Farrell had one catch, but why would we not?
Why would we rather go, again, no disrespect.
I thought we would.
Austin Trammell. And
Tim Jones.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Seemed to work. So why wouldn't we try that?
Well, to your point, when they went out, Strange in the second half of the game against the Packers had 5-6 catches, 50, 60 yards.
That's what I'm saying.
I thought that they would do that more this week, and they didn't. By the way, Ingram was no-show till about mid-third quarter.
Yeah.
So he had a couple catches for 10 yards, but didn't really do much at all till the end. It's just like this. Again, I've lost all confidence and faith in Doug Peterson that seeing these same things bother us all these weeks, he's not been able to figure out how you could get past it and start fast. It's amazing to me how you can do nothing for 2.5 quarters and then with some urgency find some things, man. Start the game in search of.
Right.
Not comfortable because we are one of the bottom 5 or 6 teams in the league. It's time to recognize that we got to do things outside the box, not play standard football.
Well, again, and I said this earlier, and you kind of giggled, but I kind of mean it. I think Doug Peterson coaches like he thinks his team is good.
I wasn't. I was smirking more than giggling.
But there's some truth.
No, you're right.
We're not good.
Yeah.
So you have to do things that help you win games when you're not good, but you have to understand that you're not a good team. So on 4th and 5 from the 50, where old Doug Peterson would go for it, you punt the ball. Or, you're not good enough to overcome mistakes. I mean, ETN, you can't shovel the ball to a linebacker on a pick. You just can't do that.
I mean, why do you not have to still get – by the way, you brought up the only name that I think could fetch anything of any significance.
Right.
The trade deadline is Wednesday, and obviously we're not buying. If they do, then just shoot them to the
moon.
Isn't
it tomorrow? I think it's tomorrow.
I think it's Wednesday. I think.
I think it's tomorrow.
It's the same day as Election Day. We're sure.
Yes.
Well, that's dumb.
I know.
Who puts it on? The NFL acts like they don't understand anything else is going on in the world.
They don't care. They're a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah, I thought initially it was tomorrow, and then they moved it to Wednesday. But anyway, the Jags aren't going to be buyers, obviously. There's nothing you can buy that will help you. You're 2-7. Should they be sellers? I think the only guy – I mean, that's not true, the only guy. You could probably find –
They already have been, so there's no point.
No more, right? I mean, I don't want to give away Travis Etienne for a 5th rounder.
I don't want to give him away.
I want to keep all those guys until next year. I wish we'd have kept some of the ones we left. I think if we just keep Key last year and Key 2 years ago and Williams this year, none of this may have happened.
Yeah. I just don't know how, like I said, the one thing we do in Jacksonville that we're guilty of is we, like you said earlier.
Overvalue.
Tank Bigsby has a 100-yard day. Ooh.
Right.
No. Is he
gives him Montgomery. Now that's what kickers look like.
That's a 1-2
They don't
punch.
look like Bigsby and Etienne. We get excited about Bigsby and Etienne, and that's great.
We have watched extremely talented running backs the last few weeks. Josh Jacobs, Jiggleheimer Schmidt, Saquon Barkley. So you'll get, those are guys who are above the X's and O's. Our guys are X's and O's.
Bigsby has played a little bit above him, but we're not nothing. This is to me on the driver of the car. This offense has the pieces to run.
Yeah.
It's on the play calling and the playbook that they don't. And by the way, and it's the fun of the nature of the business of what we do. We're not talking about super. And I would never just I'm not going to disagree with him live on the air. I couldn't disagree more with Fred though on that play call. That is a terrible play call. I'm sorry. Because here's why.
Well,
if you take a third-string running back and make a play to him your number one option, it's never a good play.
Yeah.
So that's a bad play call. Who cares if maybe he should have gone here, there, or the other place. The number one idea of that play, the number one goal, what they think is going to work, is that running back there. It's the first read.
Yeah, I didn't.
That's a terrible play call.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of it.
Maybe not the only reason the play blew up and we lost the game, but it's not a good call.
No, it was not a good call.
Stick by that being a bad. They do make bad calls. That's one of them.
Yeah.
And by the way, in the same breath, if you believe they should have run the ball, that makes the other call a bad call.
Well, again, there was 140 left. There's
it was just
plenty
silly.
Of time. We could have took 3 plays to get a first down at the 3, and 3 more plays, all in the.
It seemed panicky. It seemed like there was 12 seconds to go, and we had to take a shot for the end zone.
What are we doing? And by the way, from the 10-yard line, what's the hardest? I mean, when the field gets compressed, it's tough. Now, Nakobe Dean made a great play. Okay, I will give you that. It should have been an incomplete pass. Nakobe Dean went up, high-pointed it, caught it, showed his athleticism. Great play. Dearness Johnson didn't help out enough. Trevor didn't throw it to the exactly right spot. There were a lot of factors involved.
But because of all that had to be perfect, that's why it's a bad call.
Well, there's a million reasons why it's a bad call. 140 left. Why am I throwing in the end zone? If I score, we're going to lose.
He has to, this is another way of saying it. When you call that play, you're asking Dearness Johnson to make a play that Jamar Chase or Jordan Jefferson would make. Yeah. And if he were capable of making that play, he'd be a receiver, Dan. He wouldn't be a running back. Yeah. Again, the play call was, and I'll go further, it was an idiotic play call.
Yeah.
It was nonsensical. It was as if you called the Eagles and said, hey, what do y'all want us to run here? Right. Give us a freebie. Run the wheel route to the daggum third-string running back in the end zone.
And again, we can't convert on third down. It doesn't matter the distance. It just matters that it's third down. We'd never convert. We were 3 of 10 yesterday. I don't know where we are in third down efficiency. I don't have my computer here in front of me.
Oh, it's very bad.
We got to be,
very bad.
We gave up almost 500 yards of offense to the Eagles. We only had 215. Honestly, the statistics told us we got our butts kicked.
Well, we got a gift touchdown where we obviously tackled him and the ground caused the fumble, and somehow they didn't see it that way.
Yeah, I saw the Lauren Brooks sent me the explanation.
Yeah, but there's literally video of the fingers hitting him.
Well, here's what he said.
Who?
They don't disagree with that. They were asked in the pool thing, and this is what they said about that play. Why did you determine the on-field ruling of a fumble was, in fact, a fumble, first and 10 at the Philly 30? 5:26 remaining in the third quarter. Buttersworth answered, the former coach of the Bad News Bears, Butterworth. On that play.
Butter maker, first of all.
Oh. On that, then, syrup air.
That's Buttersworth, yeah.
Butterworth.
On that play, Mrs. Buttersworth. Don't argue with a sugar junkie.
Okay. On that play, the running back was touched by a defensive player, number 51. And then he did have contact with number 69 on the offense. It was deemed a stumble on the field. So because it was a stumble when he went down, he would not be down by contact, and therefore it was a fumble.
No.
So what would have qualified as a down by contact when number 51 touched him? If no other player hit him, and they ruled it not a stumble, and he went down after contact by number 50. Yeah, this is wrong.
51 tripped him. And you're trying to, like, say that he didn't. Y'all didn't see that. It's like they forgot to look at it wasn't until the one video you could tell for sure.
Yeah.
It looked like it was, but then you show the one where his finger, like when they tipped the ball.
Well, regardless, it doesn't matter. We got a gift. It was time to celebrate. We're back in the game.
Yeah,
Here we go.
That's the point.
Philly
we lost
went,
anyway.
Philly went, whoop.
Yeah.
And I really felt like I said before, if it wasn't the Jags, but it's always the Jags. If I use it in a negative frame, it's always the Jags. If it wasn't the Jags, if it was an ordinary NFL team, they quirkily would have won that football game yesterday because they would have looked up. The Eagles got tight. We had them at 22-16. They chose to not kick a field goal. They kept giving us opportunities. We even came back and scored again to make it 28-23. And we just...
Nick Sirianni had the worst strategically called game that I've ever seen in my life.
He left 8 points out there, bro.
It's crazy.
8.
Man. Yeah, in a game they
could
could
have
lost.
If you got the 8 points, that's 36.
And never mind, even just get
that's
your
dumb.
get your extra points.
Yeah.
And it's 31-23.
You don't think, like everybody always says, I got to show confidence in my players. You don't think the players' confidence would be better if we're up 36-23 than 28-23 and they got the ball?
Here's the other side of that, too. If you constantly go for it 4th and 1, that doesn't say confidence. That's just desperation to me. Yeah. You could also argue that at least.
All right, let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling. We got the turn for home when we come back. We're live, as you heard earlier in the show, at the Tristan Bailey Foundation Golf Tournament. They do so much for this community and such a wonderful family. We've been through so much, so we support them any way we can. This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Looking for a new vehicle? Take a look at Jenkins Hyundai of Jacksonville. Now's the time to save big. Choose from more than 250 new and over 1,000 used and certified pre-owned vehicles on the lot, or shop anytime at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com. Hyundai has one of the top warranties in the business. Lifetime, powertrain, and 5-year bumper-to-bumper warranty, plus 3 years free maintenance on a new vehicle. Give them the chance to earn your business today on Atlantic Boulevard or at JenkinsHyundaiofJacksonville.com.
I'm Clayton Bromberg, the president of Underwoods. One of the biggest changes we've seen in fine jewelry over the last 25 years has been the growth of jewelry designers. At Underwoods, we're the leader, bringing to North Florida the best names in designer jewelry. In fact, we carry designer lines in a similar way to how clothing stores carry designer labels. The difference is that jewelry designers have to be a little more timeless in their presentations because nobody wants to buy a fine piece of jewelry only to find out the next year it's gone out of style. That's why you'll find at Underwoods the best of the jewelry designer names, those that are tried and true and popular. Names like David Yerman, Roberto Coin, John Hardy, Marco Bichigo, Jude Francis, Lagos, Hippolyta, and a lot more are all available right now at Underwoods. So if you want the best looks in designer jewelry, stop by Underwoods, San Marco, Avondale, or the shops of Ponte Vedra.
Post Game Monday on 1010XL is brought to you by Dandy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff.
Denny Thompson here. They're still growing. Tyson Sound and Security is looking to hire a master electrician. Are you or someone you know a master electrician with residential experience? Candidate will start at the industry's most competitive pay. Apply online at TysonSoundandSecurity.com or call to apply 762-1000. Tyson Sound and Security hiring a master electrician offering top-notch industry pay. Call to apply 762-1000. Equal Opportunity Employer.
November is Cancer Awareness Month, so educate yourself on the risk factors for prostate and other cancers. Take charge of your health. Many cancers are highly preventable. Trust the physicians at Ackerman Cancer Center. AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hey, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. Hicken here from my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, 20 plus years. And he's decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of medicine. You bet I'm going with him. You need an appointment. Sometimes, when you're not feeling well, you want to get checked out. You need an appointment. Hey, you can't get in until the end of next week. Not with Doc T. He gets you in right away. You got a medical emergency? Here's Doc T's personal phone number. He'll get right back to you 7 days a week. It's like being a member of the exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. As far as physicians, Rick Townsend's the best. Navy trained, graduated from Wake Forest. treats me as if I'm a member of his family. In other words, he'd say, if you were my brother, Dan, this is what I would do. So whether it's yearly physicals, office or virtual visits, cancer screenings, referrals to specialists, hospital follow-ups, you name it, Doc T's got you covered. MyPVConcierge.com. Check out the site, MyPVConcierge.com.
David Ammon here with Zero Res.
You know, Dad, I just love this time of year. It cools down, the holidays are coming on, and college football is a blast.
One of the things that I'm grateful for is our good customers. I have loved working for the good people of Jacksonville and want to say thank you.
Folks, the schedule is filling up fast. Book today and Zero Res will clean your carpets for only $49 per room. Plus, they'll give you 25% off your tile cleaning.
Zero Res.
Spelled Florida backwards. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
This Date in Sports History is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 4th, 2001, the Arizona Diamondbacks beat the New York Yankees to secure their first World Series title, winning 3-2 in Game 7.
The experts at AMCO have been fixing cars for almost 60 years. Over that time, they've gotten more complex than ever. That's why our techs undergo rigorous training and certifications, so they can fix anything, including the most complicated repairs that come with some of the latest technologies. After 60 years, there's nothing we haven't seen or fixed. It's how we know cars inside and out.
Money tight? We can finance almost anybody. Find the AMCO transmissions nearest you at amcojacksonville.com.
What defines a hero? Dedication, loyalty, courage. Every day at AMCO, we serve heroes. For over 60 years, we've repaired and maintained the most critical public service vehicles, from complex transmissions to simple brake jobs with flexible financing and the extra safety precautions we need. The heroes we serve don't all wear uniforms. They're people like you. At AMCO, we're proud to serve all of you. AA MCO.
Family owned and operated in Jacksonville, Orange Park, St. Augustine, and St. Mary's, Georgia.
I'm Chris Campione. In a world of big box law firms with satellite offices, there's something special about having a local legal team that cares about you and your community. We're not just lawyers, we're your neighbors. We understand the unique challenges facing the Jacksonville community because we live here too. At Campione Law, Campione Cares isn't just a tagline, it's our commitment to you. Campione Law, your trusted lawyers after an accident. CampioneLaw.com.
Count on Campione Law.
Break in the savings this fall with Universal Roof and Contracting. Enjoy 15% off all roof repairs and replacements, plus a free wind mitigation inspection. With financing options as low as $115 a month, protecting your home has never been easier. Schedule your free roof inspection today. Call 855-ROOF-HELP. Offer expires November 30th. Protect your home and your wallet.
License number CCC 057165, CBC 1258484.
And when it comes to insurance, I think we all think kind of the same way. Every now and then we'll look and go, gosh, that's a heavy monthly premium. And then we add it up in our head and we're like, man. Well, that's why if something happens and we need you, you need to be there. And that's what Craig and Chris Kaprowski do. They take this stuff seriously. This husband and wife team have teamed up to take care of all of our insurance needs. When I say take care of, I mean it. Something happens, you call the Kaprowskis, they jump on it immediately, they get you all the answers that you need, and they help you out. If they don't answer the phone, they call you right back. It's called customer service. Kaprowskis don't take it lightly. If it's homeowners, auto, flood, boat insurance, small business, the Kaprowskis will be there for you at your time of need. And I speak from experience. They've helped me, they've helped my son, they've helped my daughter many different times. Craig.Kaprowski at goosehead.com. Craig.Kaprowski, Koproski, goosehead.com, or call 478-8422, 478-8422. Get that insurance checkup and get it today.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Our rookie wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr., was noticeably uninvolved in Sunday's game against Philadelphia. Thomas Jr. was asked in the postgame if he was surprised he only had 4 targets against the Eagles.
I mean, I just played the game, whatever. Just play the game the right way. Try to go out there and win for my team. I mean, it don't matter what if I do good and we still lose, or I'll just try to go out there and play for my team, do what I can do to help the team win.
Jaguars rookie wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr. in the postgame, courtesy of Jaguars.com. Just 2 catches for 22 yards on 4 targets yesterday for BTJ. The Jags fall in Philly 28-23. I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down from the cool guys at Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Fast, reliable, and honest service since '87.
Hey, welcome back to the program. Listen, we should mention there was a lot of more than one incident with JSO and the fans at Florida Georgia, and so I don't want to get into this long discussion about it because everybody's going to have their own opinion. But I want to wait till everything comes out.
Well, you don't know what has led up to a lot of these things, and it's easy just to see the 20-second clip and make
certainly on video it looked horrific.
And there's arguments that at certain jobs you cannot lose your cool.
Right.
I get it, but to walk into that cesspool down there with the way some of you people act, not you people listening, the way people act today, the way they talk, the way they say, the way they sneer, the way they defy.
All right.
You know, you're in a tough spot here.
I personally am going to withhold judgment until I see everything.
I got to know what led.
But certainly it is a big talker, obviously, throughout town. So
it's uncomfortable watching it.
Yes.
I mean, you literally have guys just getting the absolute garbage, incapacitated already, continue to be beaten.
Yeah.
So what that happens out of that, we'll see.
Right.
I
will say the sheriff has been very transparent about stuff, and I suspect he will continue to be. And it's not like this is going to go away. Okay,
it's not like you're beating on nuns. You're beating on drunk, idiot people, and that doesn't give you a reason and excuse to do it.
Yeah.
But that matters.
Yeah.
You're not walking into a sane, normal situation.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll let it all play out.
But the video is it's easy to look at the video and say people need to be charged.
Yeah.
Wearing uniform.
Yeah.
So I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not taking the side of any belligerent person in the world or not.
Right.
Or cops, but. That video is unacceptable. So you either find a reason that you can make that video or accept it, or guys are either losing jobs or.
It's a very tough job, and and again, not talking about this one, but I was thinking about the cheetah when the cheetah got, and sometimes, there's a patience pill that you got to have as a police officer because you're dealing with sometimes. And again, I don't know these people. I don't know what the situation called for, and so again, but we obviously. And everybody's asking, everybody's talking about it.
I think sometimes in life, Dan, the best way to answer a question like that, thank God I would never find myself in a situation like that.
I hope so.
I would never be somewhere half drunk, beating people up, challenging police, and any of this stuff. So,
you know what? Know that they were.
I'm not saying they were, but I do know this. I don't believe that we just are willy-nilly and beating the hell out of people. Now, whether or not the stimulus deserve that, and again, you can't, it doesn't, and here's the reality.
Right.
No matter what is around it, no matter what was said or done beforehand, no matter what this or that or the other, in that position, you can't ever do that.
Also fair.
No matter how much you've been provoked, because that's your job. And if you are not capable personality-wise to do that, then you have to find a different job.
Fair enough. So anyway, wanted to mention that as well, adding to the Florida-Georgia situation on Saturday. Jags come back on Sunday and give us a feel-good – oh, no, they didn't give us a feel-good moment. That's right. I forgot. They lost the game again, right? For the 7th time. The NFL is amazing. The NFL is amazing. 2-7. You're always searching for another dub. Just trying to find a dub.
I mean, it is when you do lose 4 games by, in the very last seconds of the game, and now it's 4 in the final minute of the game you've lost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't help but say, my God, man, we could be 6-3.
Yeah.
Or just split them. We could be 4-5. We'd be right in it.
I think the thesis that I'll draw upon, and I don't think anyone disagrees with this, we are not a 2-7 football team.
That's fair. And when that's the case, you blame the coach because the roster's better than the record.
To a point. I think the hard part is trying to figure out why we're 2-7.
Okay, all right.
I
don't like any kind of world where Doug Peterson takes all the blame and Trent Baalke is looked at as everything's nothing to see here.
Correct.
Like Baalke's the meme in the middle of a burning building, nothing to see here.
Right.
And Doug Peterson can be dispatched, and Press Taylor can be sent on his way, and Baalke will be there typing fire everywhere, oblivious to what he's created.
Appreciate Gibby coming out here today. St. John's, thanks, Gibby. St. John's Golf and Country Club.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what happened with you. You were missed out here, though.
Hey, my presence was requested at headquarters.
You need you at headquarters.
It was necessary. I was at headquarters.
I'll be heading over to HQ here in a few minutes to see you. Again, we're here because of the Tristan Bailey Foundation. It's a great group. If you ever want to get involved or support, tbstrong.org is all the information. It's just it's one of our own, man. It's a family that went through an unthinkable, unspeakable. Every time I see them, I feel sad, but yet I am inspired by them.
You know, I've been so personally kind of touched by this, Hick, because you got this right in the neighborhood. And, again, I remember when this was happening.
Sure.
Right? I mean, literally, right around the corner. And, we had this other incident in St. Johns County where the young girl from Ponte Vedra got stabbed by her lunatic ex-boyfriend. That girl is my niece's best friend. They're roommates in college.
Yes.
I mean, I just see too much of this.
And, by the way, I love that she has gotten better.
A terrific family, man. Just good people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people, man.
A lot of good people. So we will continue to support them. And Forrest has become a friend, and Matt Hinson has been a great guy, and we appreciate him and all that he does for the radio station as well with his law firm. So just good folks, and can't be more happy to come out here and support
and to
these
help
guys.
them. I mean, it really is. I
just
can't imagine.
That's all we have to
do. By the way, and again, for those that don't know the story, because you might not at this point, it's been 2 or 3 years, but Tristan Bailey was a little 13-year-old, 8th grader. And
brutally murdered
out at night with her friends, and got just brutally murdered, stabbed like 100 times. I mean, just terrible by this little devil of a person. This
on Mother's Day
Aiden
weekend.
Tucci, whose parents are terrible people too. Like covered for him and washed him and hid it, and just awful. This is an awful situation.
Yep.
So so they've started a foundation, and they're doing practical things like anti-bullying campaigns, and
they've changed laws,
self-defense,
they've changed some laws.
Because that's part of it, man. You can't anymore count on people's good graces, Sick. You better go prepare yourself to be attacked.
Yep.
Go prepare yourself to deal with a shameful, cowardly bully online or otherwhere.
Well, we got a big week. We'll have Tony Baselli tomorrow. We'll have the Lockett Law High School report. We'll have Chris Doring, so we'll get his perspective. The narrative has changed about Billy Napier over the weekend a little bit. Some of you are hard set, fast, and get rid of this guy. I'll take anyone. I don't care, and I understand that. I really am ambivalent towards it in the respect that
we should have bottled our feelings after week 3. We're making a mistake hedging on this.
Yeah.
We are. We're making a mistake writing off anything. We've seen this dude for 3.5 years do everything wrong.
There you go.
So maybe we should just
by the way,
avoid the warm and fuzzies here and take advantage of a situation that just screams to go get a new guy.
I enjoyed it. A lot of we're on a thread here with a lot of my Florida guys who have been supporting the program for a lot of years, and I enjoy the back and forth, and both sides do make good points. Both sides do make good points about whether – and, again, I think in the end he's not going to be able to save himself just because he's not going to win. He's not going to win any of the next 3 games.
And if they keep him, the ramp up next year, which will get him a coronation, will be 8-4. I mean, we're very quickly becoming 80s, 90s Georgia.
Yeah.
Right? Well, I mean, 7-5, and that's okay. But you face a good team, you're not winning.
Right.
That's just
is he Jim Donnan or Ray Goff?
Right. That's what it is.
But again, will you be starting over? There's a lot there.
And by the way, with all due respect, Mark Richt and Jim Donnan right now maybe you didn't mention Richt.
I was going to say Goff,
but
Donnan.
But Donnan could sue you for libel to compare him to that guy. I mean, he won 10 games. He went to bowls.
E, are we handing off? All right, let's hand
off. Now, the 2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers. Discover BioTarget Regenerative Therapy, a safer drug-free solution for lasting pain relief. Visit GoBioTarget.com.
What I like about this is we're doing it blind, so we got a 50-50 shot, Jeff.
Do it live!
Do you want to go with Tony or Mike? Which one?
I'm going to go Tony.
I'll go with Mike. Let's see who we got.
We're both here.
Hello.
We're both
they're
here.
both there. That's true. Because we're not sitting there.
But I think I'm the one with the mic that's on at the moment.
I think we're both on.
We're both on now, yeah.
All right, so there you go. Good. That's a split.
Where's Dylan?
Well, good. Congratulations. You've got another...
terrific talker.
You got more T-shirts on hold.
Those T-shirts.
You got quite a collection.
They're not selling well.
Can't move them. Can't move them for anything at this point.
Those are Victory Monday T-shirts.
Yeah. Now we get to the listen. It's been like full of despair. We knew it was all over, but now we're like getting into where the math comes into play. So it's just. I mean, it's no fun. I forgot what it's like to get to November and have no chance. This is 2 years in a row. You know, we've had a little bit of hope. This is terrible.
Yeah, maybe it's time to try a bunch of different things, like on the offensive line, or did those get seriously hurt yesterday in the football game too? They just don't have a lot of options in a lot of these spots where they're struggling with some of this stuff, and it's not like you can go out on the street and find a bunch of guys that are going to make you way better today than you were going into the last month of the season. They are what they are at this point, and we'll see if they can figure some of the issues that they're having out, but I mean, it's hard to even point at the issue that you'd like to get fixed now, right? The most pressing issue for the football team. I'm not exactly sure what that would be. I know we're going to talk play calling. We'll get into all that as we go through the show today and the different things that are going on, but no one has any answers. If anyone had any answers, they wouldn't be 2-7. That's the kind of bottom line, but they're going to play 8 more games. We know that, and it doesn't get any easier with Minnesota coming to town, that's for sure.
2 hours ain't enough for you guys to address all the
too much.
Too much. Well, you boys have a great show.
Thank you.
I learned a couple of things yesterday, Hick.
Mike and Tony coming up, Jaguars today.
And these were contrary to what I've always believed in football, but I learned that 3rd and 17 and 3rd and 22 is not an advantageous spot for the defense. Yeah, I thought 3rd and 17 with the other team running out the clock, content to get a field goal. There's no way you could score a touchdown. And then I watched our team play. And then I thought 3rd and 22 against offense that had been doing much. You can't just throw it up to the back of the end zone for a score. But then I forgot that Darby's our corner.
All right, this has been The Drill. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Our work here is done.
Monday Morning Quarterback, divorcemenonly.com.
Bye, Felicia. Learn the ins and outs and ups and downs of the man under center.